Yeah.
He wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit.
Yeah.
As me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds, and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We are back. We are back with another week of boxing, man. How y'all feeling, man? We are back to get boxing is just due, how we always do. Y'all already know, if you catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, and come say what up to the dopest chat in the land. Let me run this commercial while we get started, man. Make sure I play it at the beginning and the end. Shout out to everybody in the building so far, man. Y'all just smash the like button and we're gonna get into this commercial.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise-canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
So, man, that's an excellent job by the homie Big Dre, the family, man. So y'all already know, anybody that's interested in the raffle, it is $10 to enter. The raffle is 3 different prizes from the iPad, to the air fryer, to the Kenichi Bear headphones. You know, if you 3 for 25, you can't beat it. Salute to everybody that's already participating in the raffle, and good luck to everybody, man. I hope y'all win some, man. Let me say, so let's get into it, man. Shout out to the JBT family. Much love to everybody. We gonna get to this boxing. Russell Casey, what it do, man? Peace, family, old man in the house, but I have to go business. Shout out to my guy, Russell Casey, man. Ace, all love, family, Melanin Queen. How you feeling, Queen? Always good to see you. Big Dre, my guy. Shout out to you, Mike Mazak in the building. Shout out to the fan. Y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna get to this boxing as we always do, man. It's a lot going on in boxing. It's a lot to talk about, man. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on, man. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Ant McQueen, what up with it, my guy? You know it. Shout out to you, bro. How you feeling, man? Shout out to everybody. We're going to get to this boxing, though, man. You know. So, I know some of y'all probably came across this so far, but, you know, we ain't break it down how we break it down, right? I see a lot of people making a fuss about Andre Dirrell and you know, some of his comments towards the young Devin Haney, man. Look, I get it. The timing of it could have been, you know, a little off. And I think in boxing, it's a very emotional sport, man. And whenever these guys are being critiqued, especially by former fighters or, you know, something like they pairs, it's a lot of emotion and sensitivity that go into that. So I think a lot of people felt like, you know, Andre Dirrell was doing some hating, flat out hating on the young Devin Haney. But, you know, I'm going to play the clip. We're going to talk about it. And then they had a whole sit down. Shout out to all three of the Andres. I don't know how they pulled that off. Andre Ward, Andre Dirrell, and Andre Berto. They've been, you know, doing lives and giving their different takes on fights. And you know, one of the fighters that came up was the young Devin Haney. You know, no surprise there. Had to eat peace to the queen. How you feeling? And Kello, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling, bro? So yeah, we're gonna get to it, man. It's a lot, you know. There's some chatter about Boots and what's his next move. You know, there's some chatter about Canelo and Crawford and what Crawford next move could be, man. Eddie Hearn. It's a lot of Eddie Hearn news floating around. You know, all eyes are on him. He got a lot of talent to work with, from Boots to Shakur, and even doing more business with Devin Haney. So it's a lot of people thinking that he ain't going, you know, he about to fail. So we're going to talk about all of this, man. We're going to get to it. But first things first, let's get to this clip of Andre Dirrell, you know, giving his take on what it is that how he feels about Devin Haney as a fighter.
Real game plan. Devin, you been trying to be Floyd for too long, man. I'm going to say it. You got your bodyguards in the gym. Ain't nobody trying to step up to you in no gym, man. You running around with bodyguards all through the mall and whatnot, bro, portraying the image. I always hated that. I ain't knocking you. I'm just saying, bro, like, you trying to play a Floyd Mayweather when you're not nowhere near his level, bro. Like, and then it's like, are you trying to tack on to your abilities? That's my question. Or are you trying to just portray the image? There's a big difference. He did. He absolutely did. I gotta see more from Devin. Now is the time to make adjustments. When all the scrutiny is taking place, when you're getting badgered, when you got to deal for this for the next, until the next time you fight, and if it ain't a big name, I'm going to tell you what everybody said last night. Everybody. And I was the only one who said it and the only one who heard it. Because I said it to myself. And it was the second round. There is no way in hell you seeing Tank, man. Tank will murderize you, dog. I see why you ran from that man. I see why you ain't want to step up with Shakur. I see. Your fundamentals are absolutely gone. They're non-existent, bro.
Oh, man. He said a mouthful right there. Malaza, what it do, fam? How you feeling? Yeah, Bill do talk a good one, right? Might need them bodyguards, ass his corner. What it do, cuz? How you feeling? Zoom verse, my guy. Blessings to my brody. How you feeling? Cash Sports, the box story, and in the building. Rosa was good with it, fam. Haney Brigade ain't gonna like this. Nah, they already going nuts. So look, I'm not big on disagreeing with opinions and different things like that. I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100 with y'all. A lot of what he said is things that you've heard throughout the years, but in pieces, bits and pieces, right? I don't think nobody quite put it the way he put it. Like, he just was direct. Look, man, you trying to be Floyd, stop trying to be him. You ain't nowhere near him. I mean, look, let's make no mistake about it. He had his tutelage over there with the Mayweathers. Remember, it started over there, so the comparisons kind of came naturally with him being a pure boxer. You know what I mean? Sharp young fighter, very talented. You know what I mean? Very skilled. You know what I mean? Naturally, you're going to draw those kind of comparisons. And he himself even fed into the Floyd Mayweather stuff. Remember, he compared himself. He said he the next pretty boy Floyd reincarnated. Remember, he said, check the stats. I had that post for mad long in my brand section, but I deleted it out. But y'all could take my word for it. That was something he said. So, with that being one of the first things he touched on, that's not the first time I've heard that. I've heard a number of different people throughout the years say that. Most of them, a lot of them would be fans, and it'd be people that's not boxers, right? Ellie Segback was more recently on record for saying that about Devin Haney. Stop trying to be like Floyd, and when you ain't trying to be Floyd, you trying to be like Tank. You know what I'm saying? You need to find identity, things like that, right? And I hear all the different chatter, man. And it just what it is boxing. BJ 33, what it do, fam? Devin got to pop out show ninjas. He definitely do. He definitely do. It's talking about his attitude. Yeah, but he talking about his boxing skills too. Because he said you nowhere near him. Like, and he says you wondering if you adding on. You just heard the whole thing, right? He definitely talking about boxing skills too. He went in on the boxing skills on how they nowhere near Floyd. So it's a combination. The bodyguards and like Floyd be having, he feel like he don't need that. You get what I'm saying? Your skill set is not like his, but you just trying to move like him, right? Don, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? I've heard this before. We've heard this chatter before. Absolutely not, Roger. He would have, pretty boy Floyd would have beat Ryan ass from pillar to post too. While you at it, you know what I mean? Playing around, but look, it is what it is. A lot of people went in on Andre Dirrell. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take too kindly to the chatter, man. They didn't like it, but like I said, I heard the comparisons quite often. You know what I mean? I've heard a number of different people say the Floyd thing. Again, man, it might sound like hating, but I think he's just giving an honest, unfiltered opinion, and that's something people don't like. They all automatically deem it as hate. I don't think, that sounded hateful, like he was hating. I just think he was like, raw and unfiltered. He was blunt, direct, straight up. Like, bro, you not Floyd. Stop trying to be him. And like I said, you've been hearing that shit for years. So I ain't gonna say you trying to be like Floyd, but I would say anybody that had an opportunity to work in the Mayweather gym and work with the Mayweather family, naturally, there's some things that you would take from them if you smart, right? But as far as the bodyguards and all, that's his own thing. I can't speak to that. I mean, if that's how he feel like he got to move to be comfortable, I mean, that's how he got to move. But a lot of people been questioning his fundamentals and his boxing ability and his jab and all that different stuff after seeing the way him and Ryan played out. So I'm here to say, look, man, we know it's gonna be a tough roll back for this young man, but he's supposed to be coming back against Liam Parrow. I think he could bounce back relatively strong, but he got to come in there with a smart game plan, and he got to be prepared. They're not even for sure if this is gonna happen yet, man. So I'm gonna play some clips from Eddie Hearn, man, because he spoke about this as well. Said there's still some details and stuff they gotta iron out, but that's the fight maybe they looking to make. But man, it's gonna be a rough one for the young Devin Haney. It really is. It really is, man. But this is something he responded back with, when he seen what Andre Dirrell had to say. He said, my legacy bigger than his whole family, put together. He said, keep hating from the sidelines. Then he went on to say, stay out of rich people business. You're a quitter. Me and you are not the same. I'm everything you were supposed to be at 25. Yeah, look, man. Lonnie Lee, my guy, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? Look, there's no denying Devin Haney's accomplishments and his talent, right? Everybody know he was undisputed. What was he? 24, undisputed. You know, he did his thing. You can never take that from him, right? I think Andre Dirrell, I don't think he's a quitter. I don't think he's a failure or nothing like that. You know, he had a successful career. You know what I'm saying? He took some tough losses for sure, knockout losses, but it's part of the game. You know, but I think you could look at his career and say it was successful. And I think the same thing for his brother. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for him. So both of those dudes were quality fighters and well known in the sport. But like I said, anytime you give your opinion and you this blunt and this forward about it, it's always gonna draw a number of different mixed opinions. And I'm not surprised by it, right? But yeah, you know, look, Devin Haney felt how he felt. He felt like it's hating. I don't think it's hating. I just think it's tough. It's tough criticism, right? And it sound like it because maybe y'all don't got no relationship and he just jumped on the internet and just randomly start talking about your skills and different things like that. But you know what I mean? Use it as motivation and fuel, man. I think Devin Haney's very talented, man. I think he definitely could bounce back. I think if the next fight for him is Liam Parrow, I think he can win it. I really do. I really think he could win it. But again, it's a lot of that is going to be all of that is going to be on him, depending on him and how he coming in the fight. CJ was good with the LWboxing, the fax machine was good, my guy. How you feeling, bro? So we gonna see. You gotta wait and see, man. What date they threw out there? December 7th. But like I said, man, Eddie Hearn said he wasn't, you know, they still got some things to work out, some details. So, you know, hopefully this is the fight for him because I think this would be making a statement if he could come back off that tough ass fight against Ryan Garcia and knowing how bad it went for him in there, you know what I mean? And bouncing back against a champion. You bounce back against champion, man, you cooking with grease, man. They can't take nothing from you, like I said. So I'm all about the bounce back. I want to see what he gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he made of. You know what I mean? A lot of this is mental. It's gonna be mental. And he gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to approach this fight the right way, man. He can't have another slip up like he did in his last one. You know what I mean? No back-to-back losses would be tough. And Liam Parrow is you know, fresh champion, undefeated. You know, battle tested a little bit, you know what I mean? He dethroned Matias, you know what I'm saying? Knocked out Montana Love. The man can scrap and he come to win. You know what I'm saying? Got some good pop. You know, we don't know what punch resistance would be like coming back. You get what I'm saying? You don't know how another tough weight cut could affect him coming back. There's so many unknowns and questions to answer for Devin Haney, but I think that's what seeing how he went out in his last fight makes it easy for people like Andre Dirrell to have this kind of assessment on him, right? But it is what it is, just an opinion, man. Everybody got one. It shouldn't mean much to him. And like I said, it's just one more. He got one more person to prove wrong, and you know, add Andre Dirrell to the list. You know what I'm saying? As far as the boxing skills and the fundamentals, I mean, obviously, whenever you lose, your deficiency is going to get magnified ×2, right? So everybody's questioning everything from his fundamentals, his footwork, his jab, his defense, his IQ. Like, you get what I'm saying? The wrong kind of loss and have everybody questioning everything. And, you know, for some of it for good reason. And even for him, as he took that type of beat down from Ryan, he even questioned a lot of things. So I think it's normal, right? But he got a lot of questions to answer. And I think he can pretty much check off every box if you bounce back against a guy like Liam Parrow, a legit champion, undefeated, top of his game, in his prime. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's impressive. Like, I really got to give him a lot of credit. I'm telling you, if the young man come back and fight a Liam Parrow, because I was hearing top 15, so I'm looking within the top 15 for opponents potentially. Then you come out of nowhere with Liam Parrow. I'm like, man, hey, man, bravo. You get in there with that, man. Shout out to you. Verse Havoc, what's good with it, fam? Yeah, yes, sir. I like what Turkey talking about. Make it cheap. Make it cheap. Jordan, what it do, fam? How you feeling? Hannibal said Parrow is a tough fight for anyone. Yeah, man, he can scrap. After paying $30 a month. Yeah, I know it's tough, man. Haney definitely got a chin, though. Absolutely, he do. Emmanuel was good with it. Al Booger, my God, was good, bro. He said Parrow gonna dog walk Devin. You think so? Wrong kind of loss. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It was one of them, and it just had people questioning things, and you you know, people are prisoners of the moment and they go overboard. So they doing some of that with Dev too. Like some people act like he just ain't nothing because he lost. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that to him. I mean, that just goes to show you that anybody could lose, anybody could slip up, and you can't underestimate the guy that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say, you can't underestimate the guy that's in front of you. And I think it's completely fine for people to just accept the fact that Ryan Garcia is a better fighter than what people labeled him as going in. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. So if he can make peace with that, then you can make more peace with the situation in the fight. You know what I mean? Mistakes happen, slip ups happen, and it's just all about how you bounce back. So I just want to see how this next move gonna be. I mean, look, Andre Dirrell gonna say what he gonna say, but he won't be the last one to question your boxing skills, your talent, and things like that, right? Your fundamentals. But it's up for you to answer all them questions come fight night. And like I said, you can do all of that with one fight. You know what I mean? Just like you took the wrong kind of loss, but you got your O back. So it's like you still fighting for your O. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The right kind of win could do the same thing the wrong kind of loss could do. You get what I'm saying? That loss for a second until the Osterine popped up had everybody looking at him different. So, like I said, you bounce back against somebody that's credible, that's coming off back-to-back good wins. You know what I mean? Impressive wins. Yeah, then it's saying something. And I think he could try to see where he fit in at 140. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to reclaim a strap off a tough scrap. I respect it. Better come back, get the win. That's an excellent bounce back. Absolutely. Got to get it back. You got to. Bill Haney will get schooled again. Parallel corner are best. I don't believe Bill Haney got what he need. Hey man, look, that's real too. It's a fair question too. I think Bill Haney is who he is, right? I think him and Dev has done very well for themselves, but I think in that loss, it made a lot of people look over at him and say, man, how you send him in there like that? You get what I'm saying? So the questions are going to be raised anytime, you know, you struggle, anytime you take a loss, it's a setback, any of that, everybody going to start questioning everything. So I think a lot, Bill could shut up a lot of the naysayers too with coming back and coaching the right type of fight too. You get what I'm saying? Not just having your son go out there and win, but being a pivotal piece to why he win just the same way you always been, right? So all eyes gonna be on him too, because a lot of people saying he not a real trainer. A lot of people coming out like, man, I told you this, I told you that. They better get somebody else. So that I know he been hearing them whispers too, but let's see how he affected by it. If is he gonna ignore it, or is he gonna take heed to it, and are they gonna collectively go out, seek somebody else, add another trainer, and just get better? You know what I'm saying? Picasso, he said, he knows just be himself. That's all he need to be, right? You know what I mean? One and only Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Y'all think Parrell picking Haney apart? Listen, y'all sleeping on Haynos. Cornelius, what it do, fam? How you feeling? Everything boxing. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Andre Ward was he did that right after the Ryan Garcia Haney fight. I don't know why it's just resurfacing. You know how I go. I think because he popped back out the blue, and you know, he making a damn appearance now. So people want to, you know how I go. It's gonna pop up. His name trend a little bit. People start talking, but like I said, I don't think this is a big deal. I mean, he responded to it like it was new. You know what I mean? So maybe it was the first time he seen it too. But I don't think Dre was being a hater. I just think he was being outspoken, man. Just like anybody else. Shit, you had what's his name? Not Dillian White. Derek Chisora come out and say the Charlo brothers can't fight at all. He said they just talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be somebody. I got Paro Dante's boxing talk. Y'all don't think Haynos could get it off? Y'all don't think Haynos could pull it off? I got faith in him, man. If this fight takes place next, and the reason I say if, because I heard the little clip from Eddie Hearn, and he said there's still some things that got to work out. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to my bro Zoom Verse, man. He said I got power, man. I don't know, man. I think Haney could bounce back, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's on him. Haney with 10-pound rehydration, maybe too much. I wonder if they trying to get around that some type of way. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see how he'll look I can't picture that. I couldn't picture him having to rehydrate only 10 pounds. I just couldn't picture it because that's a lot less weight than what he used to. Hell yeah, he need to be careful, Picasso. He need to be smart. But that's, again, a loss make you put some things into perspective, right? And go back to the basics. Go back to what got you to where you was at, right? And that's all he got to do. Don't complicate it. Paro's definitely a good fighter, but so is Devin Haney. And he just got to show it. You had a bad night. It happens, man. That shit is part of boxing, man. You win some, you lose some. And for you, I mean, you just had to take the ass whooping, but you ain't take the defeat, right? But we all seen it happen. So it's still some real mental bounce back that's going to have to take place from it, right? You really going to have to bounce back. But again, I really do think the right game plan, box him, stay on the outside, man. That's what I think he got to do. Be honest with you. Box him, stay on the outside. IBF rule, no unification. Yeah, they know. Yeah, and as far as that unification, like I said, I asked Dub, did he hear anything about that? And I believe he asked Eddie Hearn himself, and he said he ain't even sure about that. So, to my knowledge, there's no unification. Nope. So the IBF rules is in effect. That's a whole nother. You get what I'm saying? That's a whole nother challenge and hurdle in and of itself before you even get into the ring. You get what I'm saying? So he got his work cut out for him. Like I said, I like the sound of this fight for him, man. Definitely risky. It ain't no no cherry pick or no easy opponent. And I can't do nothing but respect it, win, lose, or draw. But he definitely can't afford another loss, or to lose like back-to-back bad showings. People gonna be all over. They're trying to get around it. Scream unified. Yeah, they want to get around it. Devin champion reset status to bypass the rehydration call. I heard something like that too. I heard something like that too. I don't know how much success they're gonna have with it though. I don't know how much success they're gonna have with it. Because how could you possibly get around it if there's no unification? Calling them a champion and recess like that, I don't even know if that's gonna cut it. So good luck, man. Like I said, Hearn got a lot of eyes on him right now because people looking to see what he gonna do with all this talent that he been snatching up. And if this fight is to take place, he'll be putting on this fight again too. So we got to see. I believe there are better options for Haney. Paro isn't the one. I believe this is Bill idea. I think it's more Eddie Hearn idea. Why I say that, because this was something that he was suggesting a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Saying that's a fight. Even before Haney became the champion in recess, he was suggesting this fight for him. So I just think it was an option on the table for him. And if he want to jump back in the mix and prove that he's still top dog, that's a good shot to go at an undefeated champion that just came off probably his biggest win of his career so far. So I like it. He needs his rehydration. Absolutely he do. The boy gonna be dead. He gonna look like a Thriller, an extra in Thriller. I'm telling you. Beats Parable. Don't be. I'm telling you, Hannibal, I think he could beat him too. Think about the Joshua fight. I like that. I like it personally, man. I like it, man. I like it. They posted this old interview. Which one? Like a month ago. Which interview? I got to look. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Let me get to Eddie Hearn though, man, because we got some Eddie Hearn stuff to talk about, man. We got some Eddie Hearn clips in here. I will bet with Paro. I mean, look, it's a tough situation, man, because you just don't know what to expect from one guy coming back. But for me, I feel like if you jumping right into a championship fight, is make or break. I mean, I expect you to be the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because of the situation alone, you just can't afford another one. You can't afford another setback. Everything you get, absolutely, especially with the weight. Yeah, you do. I gotta catch up on some of that, bro. I gotta catch up. But look, I think that's gonna be a good fight, bro. But we'll chop it up on that. I think that's gonna be a good fight, though. I feel like it's whoever get caught first. Whoever get caught first in that fight gonna be in trouble. That's how I feel like. That's what I feel like. Whoever get hit first, caught with something clean first, it's going to probably be in trouble. So that's one of them. And it probably be Dubois because he got a leakier defense, I believe, than Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Man, Amy just looking at it from other angles. That's new. Look at this, y'all. Check this out. I gotta put this comment up. Check this out. Man, I need to screenshot that one, bro. That's the first. You know what I mean? That's the first. I mean, not most. I ain't gonna say most. Some people be thinking I hate him. Nah, I'm a supporter of Haney, and I'm realistic. It's a dangerous fight. Let me speak about it on the other side. I was just speaking optimistically for Haney, right? But I am speaking seriously from a boxing standpoint. It's not like Parrell's a guy that he wouldn't be able to beat. It's all on him. It's about game plan. What is his mental going to be like? What is punch resistance going to be like? I know it's a lot of questions, so let me be real. Parrell, like I said, coming off momentum is real in sports and boxing specifically. He building on it. Like I say, he been putting together back-to-back wins, and dethroning Matias when people was pretty much deeming him the boogeyman is the best win in his career. So you dealing with that. You dealing with a very confident champion, undefeated guy that's gonna really come to beat you. He understands that you coming off that fight with Ryan Garcia. Like I said, I think he's gonna prepare. He got a good corner, good coach, and stuff like that. So he got a really, really good chance at winning this fight. But I do think on paper, 50-50 is where I would place it, right? You know what I'm saying? Haney just got a lot of unknowns, right? Coming back off that situation. So we just have to, you know, have to wait and watch and see. Big fan of Haney, yeah, right. So I love that one. I love that one better. Yeah, support them all, man. Dean, by any means, my guy. What's good with it, Dean? Or needs to drop that Devin interview. Hopefully it'll make itself look worse. Yeah, I want him to. I want to see it. I'm interested because Ward been bringing some good content, some heat with them interviews. So I want to see it. You know what I mean? I want to see what he had to say. But look, all in all, if you coming back, let's go. Let's see it, bro. I'll support it for sure. I definitely on board with watching a Liam Parrell fight. All right, I gotta remember which one. And he trying to fight people at the carnival. He better chill out. Nah, I think that was that frustration, man. Y'all keep talking crazy to him, man. He had a moment, man. The young man had a moment. He said he only human, you know. He said I'm only human. Hold on, man. I gotta get to this. I'm trying to figure out which one was Eddie Hearn talking about the Parrell fight. I think it's this one. We're gonna go to it though. We're gonna get to it, man. Y'all hit the like button for me, man. Haney's biggest mistake was underestimating Ryan. He did. I think they ain't treat him as a fighter, and it backfired. I always said that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the game plan was something that he allowed the coaches. I mean, not the coaches. He allowed, from what it sounded like, he allowed the fans to dictate the dictators of his game plan, and that shit was all bad. It was all bad for him. Big Dog Willie, my guy, was good with it, bro. Putting that color in the chat. He said Bill Haney on Twitter. Can't even get it out before I start laughing, yo. He's a fool. Bill Haney on Twitter said he incorporated Bruce Lee, won his punch, and the Devin Haney trainer. His punches now generate 18,000 pounds of pressure. Well, shit. That's the case, Big Dog. He definitely getting a knockout in his next fight. You know what I mean? He just got to use that technique. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Dog Willie, always coming through, man, with the humor.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, man. If y'all ain't hit the like button, punch it out. Like punch it with the left, man. Like Haney did that dude at the carnival, man. Just don't miss the like button, man. Some of y'all missed the like button, man. Let me find out y'all left weak like Haney's, man. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. Don't come for me. Big Dre, my guy, super chat for the grind, man.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Dre and Big Dog Willie. He said, did you see the Hearn interview where he went savage? Yeah, I'm going to get to it. That's what I'm about to get to. We're going to get to these. He had a couple of them, bro. But I'm trying to, it was one where he specifically, he briefly touched on the Haney Parrell fight. I'm trying to see which one I want to go with. Well, you know what? We can watch both of them. We can watch both of them. We can watch both of them, man. We can watch both of them. It's relative to the content, man. It's relative to the content. So y'all stay with me. Yeah, Eddie Hearn did go off in his interview. I was listening to some of it. He was wilding. Don't miss like Haney at the carnival. Yeah, don't miss the like button like Haney at the carnival, man. Y'all disrespectful, man. Hey, that Devin looked against Ryan because he fought incredibly versus Loma, in my opinion. Low clarity was good. Yeah, he did. He fought very smart against Lomachenko. Despite it being a nip and tuck, close, razor thin decision, he still fought smart. Going to the body early was very smart. But with Ryan, I think Ryan just capitalized on, the slight fundamental errors that he made, shooting a jab and, how Floyd said, like a bow and arrow, he was the first one big enough, fast enough, and strong enough to be able to take advantage of those mistakes. So, it cost him. But Paro, or, different fighter, different challenge, man. I definitely think it's one he could win, man, but he got to be smart. And I got faith in him. I got faith in the bounce back. Legacy, my guy, what's good with it? He looked great versus Regis. Yeah, he did. Sharp. See what I'm saying? That's what kind of fight he need, a sharp, disciplined fight where he picking his shots, you know what I mean? Moving, boxing, moving, you know what I'm saying? Taking his time. Like, he don't need no fast-paced fight, especially after that situation with Ryan. But let's get into this, man. Like I said, Eddie Hearn been saying a lot. He spoke about this Brian Norman situation. He said a lot, but we're going to listen to this, man. Let's get to it.
In the game. This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV.
Eddie Hearn was on one.
I'm just going to go savage on every motherfucker in the game because I can't put up with all this bullshit anymore. I've actually tried to sort of not chill out, but just not bite to any numpties. But I think I might just let everybody fucking have it instead, which is great news for you. Come on, then. No,
yeah, K. Carsey, what it do, my guy?
Let's go.
How you feeling?
Eddie, have you heard of Bob Smith, who manages fucking someone, said this? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about already. Norman's managers came out and said that... Who's Norman's manager? You tell me. I don't know. You've seen what he said. Who is he? What's his name? Now you got need to check that now. You talk about... Is that Adrian Clark, actually, before I even get checking that. No, I didn't realise it was Adrian Clark. Go on, yeah. What did Adrian Clark? I mean, firstly, one of the problems is Brian Norman's called Brian, right, which ain't great, and Adrian Clark's called Adrian. So I'm now in a negotiation with Brian and Adrian. Do you know what I mean? Which is like quite unique within itself. You know what I mean? Who's going to pop up next? Derek. You know? He's basically come out and said that you're $200,000 off where they want to be. What did you offer them?
A1 was good with it, bro.
Donuts. Let me tell you something now. It's over. Because when the IBF set the purse bid date, anybody who knows anything about the business of boxing, unfortunately, Adrian and Brian do not fall in that category. You cannot no longer request a unification fight. So, congratulations, guys. You're too late. You fucked it up. You're going to get $200,000 to fight on a prospect undercard. Well done. Magical. Is that you saying categorically, Butchers, that's it done? Can't do it. It's once the IBF called a purse bid date, which was yesterday, it's over. And also, they come to me and they say, we'll do it. We want more money. We'll do it, but not in Philadelphia. It's like, where do you think the money comes from? Brian? But could you not do it again in Vegas? So what he said was he wanted it. Come. You're not stupid, right?
You're not stupid.
Where do you think the money comes from to do this kind of fight? From the broadcasters, thank you, DAZN, and from the gate.
I get
Did you see the gate at Wells Fargo? I can't lose a 20,000 seat gate and just roll the dice doing it in Vegas. I mean, with all due respect, last time I checked, Brian Norman weren't that popular in Las Vegas. Where is Brian Norman from? Let me look it up now. I can't actually believe Brian Norman's turned this fight down.
ATL, shouty. He from the ATL.
I don't know anything about Brian Norman, so we're going to just get some facts up right here now.
Crush was good with it, bro.
It's not even coming up in the search. It's not a good sign, is it?
But you seen his last fight, what he made?
I didn't. Yeah, it's 100 grand. But to be fair, depends. Sometimes there's some deductions. Call it 200 grand. All right? I don't think it was 200 grand.
Yeah, he is. He trying to slide him.
Norman, he's from Dakota in Georgia.
Dakota.
I'll tell you what.
Look how you
Let's
pronounce
do the fight in Georgia. In Dakota. So I've not even said it right.
So are you saying that you would openly do it in his home?
Oh, you dickhead. Of course I wouldn't. Saying, boys. Of course I wouldn't. I'm going to do the fight where the fight generates money. You've got all these people come out on, like, mobile phones and, like, Brian Norman Sr. It's like Bill Haney from Wish, right? And he's like, I want...
Hell, nah. He slipped that one in there. Bill Haney from Wish is crazy. He just slipped that in there.
People come out on, like, mobile phones and, like, Brian Norman Sr. It's like Bill Haney from Wish, right? And it's like, we want 2.5 million.
Calling
like,
that man.
How? Brian? Charles? What's his name? The other geezer? Adrian? Derek?
Geezer? He tripping.
No. Like, if you want, I'll show you a P&L on what I'm paying. And then they're like, Boots got 4 million for the purse bid. Do you know how purse bids work? Like, you haven't got a
Eddie's
fucking
stressed
clue.
out. He over here stressing.
This is easier for you to
stressed out. Yeah, you got a point though. As far as generating the money, you got to put the fight somewhere where it's going to generate money. It makes sense.
Because of what Boots was prepared to take for the unification would be a 50-50 split.
So you're saying that if you were offering 1.25 million to each of them?
I'm saying, no, it's much more than that. I'm saying that Boots has agreed to try and make this fight happen in a situation where basically they're going to get pretty much the same amount of money. Jaron Ennis, the best welterweight in the world, just sold out 15,000 at Wells Fargo, right? Massive TV deal with DAZN. He's moving his money to basically get the same as Brian Norman in a fight. Yet Brian Norman won't take 17 and a half times more than he made in his last fight. That's where the game is so messed up.
Are you at the point now where as if Adrian and Brian are watching this?
I think the thing is, bro, look, sometimes fights don't get put together, like I said, when you can't agree to that money. I know a lot of people feeling like that means you ducking, but I just can't see it that way after hearing them thoroughly explain their position. They just feel like their man is entitled to more than that. And although Eddie Hearn is making a great point as far as putting it somewhere where they can actually generate the money, where they can pay people, right? That makes perfect sense. But on their end, as far as what they was asking for, it was like they go into enemy territory where nobody want to go. Mind you, he's saying nobody else want to go over there. You want me to go over there in enemy territory, and you want this belt, and you telling me based on what you've been saying that this the best fighter in the world. I said this the other day, so it just I get it on both ends, and sometimes you're just not gonna be able to come to that common ground. And there you go, you just gotta part ways, and sometimes fights fall apart. They don't happen, but I just can't, like, with all the boxing I watch, with all the, the interviews I've been listening to, hearing both sides, I just can't point to no duck. You haven't heard Brian Norman Jr. say he won't fight nothing. That's his team making a decision, and he kind of rolling with it. But you ain't hear him turning down no fight, and it's the same way for Boots. You ain't hear Boots turning down no fight. You just, what you hear, if you're not trying to push a narrative, and you trying to come from a place where you're trying to understand, because what I don't get is how, when you don't have all the answers, people treat it like you do. And when you hearing both sides, it makes perfect sense. Business is not being agreed on. It's simple, but that don't have nothing to do with the fighters ducking each other, right? They don't want to fight I think they'll fight each other, but again, they're standing firm on what they believe they're worth. And that, if you can level with them from that perspective, then you can just understand their stance. And that's why I did the live the other day. What was it? Friday is deeper than ducking because it is. It has nothing to do with that. It's right there in front of us if you looking. Nowhere is either fighter on record saying something like they don't want to fight. They both look like they're willing and able to fight each other, right? But what you do here is the disconnect with the business side. And if you don't have no business, you don't have no fight. So it's very simple to understand for me. You get what I'm saying? You got one side that's standing firm. Both sides standing firm, right? But I just feel like Eddie Hearn makes perfect sense in terms of where he's saying, having a fight at for to generate money, trying to throw it in Vegas would be a gamble. I can understand that 1,000,000%, right? But them on the other end, they like we go into enemy territory in Philly where nobody else wants to go. We are a champion just like he is, and he need this belt, and we fighting the best fighter in the world because that's what you said. So just pay me. That's all. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna drag it all out again. Ramon, what's good with it? Cal, cool with my guy. What's good with it, family? Let's finish getting to this.
How are you, mate? Good to see you. Not as good as you.
If Adrian and Brian Norman, senior, junior,
and real quick, it's just a little weird. It's a little weird when you doing business with somebody, but you don't know who they are. Like you don't know who you talking to. It's just a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Just a little weird. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's why I say if you hear them out, if you just hear both sides, they're not, it's not about ducking. They like, yo, we trying to get this money that we feel like we worth. And if we can't get it, then we gonna stick to the date that we initially had planned. And as far as people saying Boots, or Norman is clout chasing Boots, that's nonsense. Brian Norman didn't send Boots Ennis a contract. Boots Ennis sent him a contract, not the other way around. You get what I'm saying? People like, well, he already knew he had a fight schedule. Yes, he did, but so did they, and they still sent him a contract, right? So it's not a matter of clout chasing. It's a matter of two people, trying to capitalize on an opportunity on both sides. And like I said, when it's all said and done, no matter who you blame it for, it's just a missed opportunity. But it's going to be a bigger missed opportunity for Boots. That's simple and plain. Boots need the opportunity more, if you ask me. Brian Norman would be perfectly fine fighting that Derek guy, like I said, because the age gap, that age gap affords him the time to go out there and fight these other guys, get that other experience, and then fight his way to the other champions. He could afford to do that. You know what I mean? Boots is like championship or bust. And I think the other interview is where Eddie Hearn was talking about Boots and possibly going to 54. So we're gonna keep the cook going, man. We're gonna keep it going. And like I said, Eddie Hearn been doing a lot of talking because he got the talent, and people want to see what are you going to do with these people, or with these fighters specifically. So he got his work cut out for him for sure. It's like Canelo's 200 million tanks, Ferraris. Yeah, Damon, what's good with it? But in this case, I don't feel like that was that egregious, right? To that extent. And again, I'm gonna always go back to my point. Boots Ennis is an investment, man. If you got the best fighter in the world, you're gonna make money. You know what I mean? You could make money. You get what I'm saying? You could make money. So it's not about ducking. It's about people feeling like they what they worth is, and people at home not understanding that. People at home keep talking about a last paycheck and another fight that had absolutely nothing to do with this one. It has nothing to do with it. People saying how much he made in his last fight, that makes no sense. He wasn't a champion in his last fight. He was a challenger coming into somebody's hometown. So what he made in his last fight has nothing to do with what he had made in a unification. I don't even see how people comparing the two situations. Coming into a situation as a champion, coming into one as a challenger, much different situation, especially when you coming into as a challenger in a unification. Then you talking about somebody's hometown, people they're gonna want to get paid. So to me, it's deeper than a duck because it's easy to understand when somebody stand on something and their principle is, if we take this now, then they'll just continue to do this to us in the future. So I could understand that sentiment. I could understand Eddie Hearn saying, look, this is more money than you've ever made in your life. I could get it on both sides. So what happens is business is not agreed on, so you don't get a fight. And it's not because either fighter was scared. So miss me with the duck talk again, because the fighters are not saying they don't want to fight each other. That's their teams respectfully hashing it out, negotiating, and it not being able to come to terms. So therefore, how could you get a fight, or how could you blame it on the fighters when they have nothing to do with that? You get what I'm saying? They have nothing to do with it. So I don't get it. I can't see it that way. You'll fight anybody but Boots for way less of Norman, lose again. Mojo will talk about him. You can't turn down your highest payday times 10. That the thing is, it's not about it just being his highest payday. It's about it being what he feel like he's worth, right? The people are stuck on it being his highest payday, but they're stuck on it like that. That's not going to be what you get what I'm saying? They talking about 810,000 to take home in a unification. So people are saying highest payday, yeah, by the number. You get what I'm saying? But it ain't. I just don't think that was unrealistic. But I don't think Eddie Hearn is being unrealistic, right? So it's tough. It's tough, man. I can't look at it that way. I can't look at it like they're ducking when I'm clearly hearing business not being worked out. Why we can't? It's like saying that in every situation in business it has to work out or somebody did something wrong, like in boxing, like, well, somebody had to duck. Nah, I was on the phone with a matchmaker the other day, and this is not the information I got. This again, he was of the same belief. This has nothing to do with somebody ducking somebody, and he's a matchmaker. He's involved in the business. You get what I'm saying? So I think it makes a lot more sense to see it for what it is, and when business can be agreed on, you don't get the opportunity. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to revisit that opportunity at a later date. And like I said, just to use the example I used the other day, you've seen it happen with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Things couldn't be agreed on the first time, right? Negotiations completely stalled, and he went and fought Avanesian. What did people say? Terence Crawford is ducking. He ducking. He did it. Then they resumed negotiations after that fight, and what did we get? A fight. But the whole time they were convincing me that the reason the fight ain't take place the first time is because he ducked. No, that's like the low hanging fruit. That's an easy narrative to push. But if you listen to it, it was business. They ironed out business. The difference in the fight being made was they couldn't agree before, and the next time around they were able to come to terms. And what did we get? We got a fight. So same situation. B. Norman side and Eddie Hearn couldn't come to terms. Listen to it. Dude don't even know who he was talking to. You know what I'm saying? That's a little crazy. Dodge J, what it do? Did not know who you talking to? Irvin Mack was good with it, bro. So that's why I said, like, I don't see ducking. You know what I'm saying? It's not we work. That's what he asked for. That's against anybody else. He's not about to get. Yeah, it's not about. And the thing is, Boots need the. What about the other side? Boots need the opportunity. Again, their understanding is their belief. They can go fight for 300,000 here, X amount there, and end up making more. Because what y'all now follow me. What y'all focused on is 1.7. He not taking home 1.7. They did the math. He taking home like 810,000. So it sound good in hindsight, but if he could clear $1 million, it sound better. You get what I'm saying? So that was their argument. They just wanted to clear $1 million. So you might not make that nowhere else, but again, he's younger, so it's okay. And you could say at the end of the day, maybe they missed the opportunity, right? Maybe they fumbled, but it wasn't about ducking. It was about trying to get paid. And again, you fighting the best fighter in the world in his backyard where nobody else wants to go. You already said that nobody wants to go over there for less than 2-point-something million. You get what I'm saying? Listen, he said nobody wants to go over there for less than 2.2 million or something like that. They asked for a flat 2 million. You get what I'm saying? And he still said it was too much. So I don't know. It's tough, man. But again, you're allowed, and I feel like you're allowed for things to not be agreed on. You're allowed to see things differently, and maybe a fight just don't happen, right? It don't materialize right away. Maybe they got to revisit that at a later date where they can actually demand that kind of money, right? Right now, he just obviously they ain't in a position where they was able to do it. So maybe if he keeps winning, they revisit this situation down the line. Maybe we get a fight. You get what I'm saying? But I don't see nobody else out of the champions being willing to fight. They was negotiating. Nobody else was willing to negotiate with Brian Norman. So if Brian Norman's a duck, what is Barrios and what is Stanionis? Stanionis said the money was laughable. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't just Brian Norman. How could Brian Norman be the duck? They the ones entertaining, trying to actually make a fight. The other ones like, man, there ain't enough money. I ain't get an offer. You hearing all type of stuff. Skywalker, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? For $1 million, regardless, Brian get the same expense. 1.7, you can't avoid taxes. Paying coaches if Norman lose everybody. Everybody gonna say he should have took the money. But that's the thing, Dean. He gotta wait and see. You gotta wait and see. It's one of them situations where it could turn out, it could end up being bad. And what I mean is, he go take this fight November 8th and lose, then it'll look like you left money on the table. But if you continue to win, because they obviously betting on that, they betting on continue to win and end up, running past with him, crossing paths with him anyway. So if they lose before they make their way back to Boots, then yeah, it's gonna look like they left money on the table. But I could still understand somebody standing on principle. Like, yo, I feel like we are worth this. People keep saying what you ain't gonna get nowhere else. You ain't shit. At the same token, he ain't getting that, but Boots ain't getting the type of, the reception he would get if in a unification. He fight a unification in his next fight. It does something for his stock, his profile, in my opinion. You fight Karen again in Philly, it does nothing. So again, they both take a hit in a sense. Maybe Brian Norman took a hit because they left the money on the table that they're not gonna get nowhere else. But like I said, if they keep winning, all will be good. You get what I'm saying? And on the flip end, you got Boots fighting Karen. That's just gonna do nothing for them. So they both take hits. You get what I'm saying? They both take a hit. Boots because the whole division ducking them. Yeah, but I just don't look at it as ducking them. I look at it as people, like, again, and you got to put some of the onus on Eddie Hearn, because the story can't be that he's offering. Everybody feel like he ain't offering enough money, but we only going at Brian Norman and them. You get what I'm saying? See, we only mad at Brian Norman. I'm not mad at the guy that was trying to make the fight. You get what I'm saying? They was trying. I don't think they was bullshitting. I think they was really trying to make the fight. Yo, bro, I ain't nobody. Yo, this is what I'm saying. But when and you talking about a unification of Canelo, and he like, these dudes don't know the business, man. You better do right by Boots, man. B Fighter was good with it. Boots moves up and fights Matchroom next. I pay your pay-per-view, bro. Just don't believe it'll happen, man. Yeah, B Fighter, we got to see. I got to play that interview from Eddie Hearn when he talked about briefly with Boots possibly vacating and going up to 54, fighting those guys up there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. Then get 3.0. That's what Boots got. Yeah, Boots got the 3.3. Opulent, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? But again, man, it's no wrong answers with me, man. I just didn't want to rehash the whole thing, but I do want to get to, we're going to move over into the, this interview with him talking about Boots. None of the unification, he getting 1.7 million. So is he worth that? Al Heyman not giving Norman 1.7. Nah, he not. But again, I just think the situation and the reason for them saying they wanted the money, right? Maybe you don't agree with them, but I could get I could understand their situation. They like, we going to enemy territory where nobody want to go. And we also a champion. Neither one of us got no real big names. We got something that y'all want. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, like, people keep making a comparison between money, right? I think the fight before Caleb Plant had the fight he fought before he fought Canelo Alvarez, I think he made like $750K. But he had a belt that Canelo wanted. And what did he demand? He wanted 10 million. And what did they have to do? They had to pay him. They had to pay him to get that belt. And that's the side. Look, listen, it ain't nothing nobody said is wrong, right? But that's just not a side that people are exploring. That's not something people talking about. You make the sacrifice for something you want too, right? You know what I mean? Especially if you in need of it more. And that's what I keep saying. I think Boots is in need of it more. You know what I mean? That's why he needed to capitalize on the situation. Let me get to this other one, man, where he was talking about the Boots situation, man. I reset the timeout. Shout out to my guy, Big Dre. Hold on. Let me get to this shot. As we gotta keep saying, put people on Shakur. What's that? Shakur? A duck is a duck. What's that? What you talking about, Opulent? What happened? Who ducked who? Caleb Truax, appreciate you, Aunt. Yeah, Caleb Truax. I think in that fight it was he might have made $750K. Then he fought Canelo, but you see what he said. He demanded what? It's literally the same situation. He had one belt, right? You get what I'm saying? That man got 10 million because he knew he had something that Canelo wanted, and they paid him. Now I know that's Canelo, but at the same time, you talking about the best fighter in the world that you got on your roster with boots. And I'm never going to leave that out of my mind. Like, this is what you said. So you got to, people are going to, what I'm saying is, I don't think it's crazy for somebody to want to get paid as if they're fighting the best fighter in the world. Not saying that the 1.7 is bad money. I'm not saying it, but I don't, at the same token, I don't think 2 million flat is crazy for unification with a fighter that's probably going to generate more than that, right? And you're going to make more than enough. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? All things, my guy, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, I didn't catch nothing. Pardon me, I didn't catch it. Yeah, I get it, but you understand where I'm going with it, right? You still, the stipulation that he was able to make because he had something that he wanted. You get what I'm saying? You see the jump. People wasn't talking about how much money he made in his last fight. So how you gonna get 10 million? You get what I'm saying? They keep bringing up how much he made when he was a damn challenger. Get what I'm saying? This dude's a champion. He was able to demand $10 million, and he got it. People like at the end of the world, if they can't agree, there's other fights. It is. Verano, salute to you, bro. It is. But like I said, my only point was I just don't feel like I could call guys ducks because business wasn't able to be agreed on, right? Like I'm able to understand that for what it is. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just not going to be able to agree. And what happens, you just have to revisit it at a later date. We've seen it with other fights. Sometimes, you know, negotiations will stall or they'll fall off and then they'll pick back up. You get what I'm saying? It's all about that money, man. And like I said, talking to that matchmaker this weekend and listening to him, this was some of the game, man. We obviously know this stuff, but this is what he was saying. It's about the money. When these fights don't be getting made, it's the money. 100% it's the money. Business of it just makes boxing look bad. I mean, look, because it's like people just don't respect the fact that you have individuals that are going to stand for something. And I think people are just like accept whatever and fight anyway, right? And they like, nah, bro, we know we can get X, Y, and Z. And they even went as so far as to explain, and if they continue to fight, they can still make that money or more than it in a couple of fights. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I just think it's a missed opportunity for boxing. I don't blame either side. You know what I mean? You know, they're entitled to negotiate, right? And sometimes you're just not going, you know, you're not going to be on the same page. Y'all hit that like button. We're going to keep going. We're going to move into this other interview with Eddie Hearn. Shout out to IFL TV, where he was talking about a bunch of different things, man. And he spoke about, I think, Crawford in this one. He spoke about a lot, man. Are we going to get paid peanuts and wish he took the deal? It's true, just easy to say duck and it's happening. Yeah, it's too easy. And I try to understand it. Like, I get it. But I focus on really what the entirety of the situation. And I do look at when I got two fighters that's never ducked and avoided no smoke, I'm not going to put that on them now simply because their teams couldn't come to terms. That doesn't mean that the fighters don't want to fight. Oh, well, should he press forward? Shouldn't he do? No, because that's not their job. Their job is to sign off. They see what they get paid. They know who they fight and where it's at, and they sign off on it, right? Their job is not to go in there and try to negotiate the numbers. So we put way too much onus on the fighters. So it's not two fighters that don't want to fight each other. It's two teams that couldn't come to terms. That has nothing to do with somebody being scared of somebody or ducking somebody. If you could just only understand that in business, all the time you're not gonna see eye to eye, and sometimes you just gotta go your way and revisit it at another time when you're able to maybe demand more money. You get what I'm saying? But we're gonna see. We'll see, man. But like I said, I'm a fair dude. I'm a fair shooter. I'm straight down the middle. They both miss an opportunity here. Both of them. Both. I don't care who you want to blame it on. Still a missed opportunity because you could damn sure say Eddie Hearn. You know, ain't like you can't afford what they was asking. You just didn't feel like they deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Hacker, what's good with it? Appreciate you for the 10-piece. About the home court advantage. Ask Norman Senior on another channel. Why not just negotiate ref and judges? Yeah, no answer. I feel like they put more energy into YouTube than their negotiation. Negotiate ref and judges. You know what? I could say this too, because I listen to him talk quite a bit. Maybe, you know, that's something he didn't think of. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something he didn't consider, but I don't know, man. That is something to think about, but I don't know. I really do. I really do feel like he's just like he said, he's still learning some stuff on the job. But I do feel like they wanted that fight. But I just feel like they wanted it at the number they wanted it at. You get what I'm saying? And you got the manager breaking it down and being very specific as to why they asked for what they asked for. So I just think I feel like I get it. You know what I'm saying? A shout out to him for even trying to make the fight. You know what I mean? It would have been a surprise if we would have got this fight this early anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when it's all said and done, it's a missed opportunity on both sides, and it could affect either fighter both ways. If Brian Norman go out there and lose at any point before he get back to Boots, people gonna always go back to that situation and say you left money on the table. You should have went and got that money, right? Cool. If this situation was going on now, because think about it, all offers was supposed to be sent to all champions, and none of them want to fight for less than 2.2 million or whatever he put out. So how are you going to get any of these guys in the ring if you can't pay them? How are they going, like, you get what I'm saying? What are you going to do with Boots Ennis? And that's why he talking about moving up now. So we
ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Jay Howard was good with it, fam. Creole the Traveler, my guy. Shout out to Boxing Hacker. Appreciate you, fam. Say, hey, how much would it cost to send Boxing Hacker to the Y'all stupid, man. Y'all fools. Yeah. Morgan's paying ours was good battle. Proud of you, fam. Oh, shout out to my guys. Versus negotiations were up against the clock with the purse bid looming and time ran out. I think that was a factor too, Big Dre. I think two things, Big Dre. I think the purse bid was coming up. And then also you got Brian Norman and them having a date already for the 8th. So I think both sides were serious. I just think one side was firm, very firm. Both sides were firm on one was firm on what they wanted, and one was firm on what they was offering. And that was simple and plain. Shout out to both Brian Norman Jr. and Boots, man. I see them as real fighters. I don't see nothing about them that says duck. And again, we got to start putting the onus, at least. I don't say blame, but if you want to put responsibility on why the fight didn't get made, we can't really say the fighters, because that's not their job to sort out the specifics and the numbers. It's not their job to go in the office, crunch the numbers, be on the phone, making phone calls. They supposed to train, worry about the fight, know what they getting paid, where they fighting at, who they fighting. That's it. That's all. So I can't put none of the onus on the fighters. I seen no change of energy in either guy sounding like they wouldn't want to fight each other. Them dudes is real dogs. Brian Norman, I don't think ducking no type of smoke. And the same thing with Boots Henry. G Peasy, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Shout out to my guy, I feeling, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. But let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. What it do, G Peasy? How you feeling, bro? So look, this is another joint from Eddie Hearn, and he talking a lot, man. Like I said, he the one that suggested Terence Crawford it might be Canelo or bust for him. You know what I mean? So we don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Marquis, what's good with it, my guy? How you feeling? Let's get to this, man.
Wigan for IFL TV. Do you know what I've realized whenever I interview? If I just let you sit in your phone, I'll sit here for 5 minutes and I'll lose 5 minutes of interview time. Got a bone to pick with you as always, Edward. I messaged you. Flagship event. First time getting involved in a promotion. I said, Eddie, I got a deal done with DAZN. Got this fight on DAZN. Can you do me a quick promo
right,
video?
Dante, that's a fact.
What are you talking about?
We done an unbelievable event in Argentina. I sent you the details. Me, Paco, Sampson. Lovely. Yep, me.
Were you doing what?
I was helping promote. Nah. I was an integral part of getting the DAZN done. The deal with DAZN done. And I was, man. You asked DAZN. I got it done.
Oh yeah. I get you. And again, the reason why I say Norman didn't duck, because Norman ain't never turned a fight down. Even if you want to go a step further, his team still there. And I think they did ran out of time. They were still negotiating. That's very key to me. Like, nobody turned the fight down and nothing. They were still negotiating. Even they last tape when the manager spoke, he was like, let's get on the phone. Let's negotiate. Eddie Hearn started saying, who is Adrian and who is Brian? I don't know these people. Well, you could get to know them by getting on the phone with them. You know what I mean? So I do consider that. Nobody, ain't like they walked away from the fight. You get what I'm saying? I think they just ran out of time. So they still was negotiating. People, I take everything into account, right? And I really don't hear either fighter saying, nah, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear that from him. Eddie got Danny Jacobs, the Canelo fight. Shout out to Ed. Oh, did he? Did he? Did man? You right. He did. He was over there. He was. Well, look, man. He got to do it for. He got to do. I hope he's able to do the same for Boots. I hope he's able to do the same for Core. I want to see it. We got a bounty on panel hackers. Y'all crazy. Y'all do what he did, man.
I lent on the big dogs.
That's the like bone figure, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building.
It's a little bit of a worry
that
you promoted an event on.
But the thing is, again, real quick, we're gonna get into this. I don't see how people are mad at Brian Norman Jr. Are you mad at Senior or Brian Norman Jr.? Brian Norman Jr. don't negotiate. I'm really serious about that. I want to be very specific. How could you look at the fighter and be like, yeah, you a duck? How? Seriously, I want to make it because we all sensible people. Can you really look at the fighter and be like, yeah, your team didn't negotiate. They wasn't able to come to terms. So yeah, you duck. How? When did he say I didn't want to fight? You get what I'm saying? That's not ducking. I don't get this. Like, y'all think every fight that they ever try to put together just happened? Like, and if it don't, yeah, somebody's ducking. It's exactly what it is. Money. The difference was 500,000. It's not about ducking. The difference is 500,000. They wanted that. They wasn't giving it. You know what I'm saying? And now Boots gotta fight Karen. That shit gonna be weak as hell when we gotta watch Boots and Karen again. All right, 2.0. Telling you, it stink for Boo. He 27. Brian number 23. He can go do his thing. Even if he lose, he can bounce back. You get what I'm saying? 27 is make or bust. It's championship or bust. Right now, you got Eddie Hearn talking about you possibly vacating and going up to 54. See what I'm saying? And people saying you should have been did that. So you just got to wait and see, man. I ain't blaming the fighters, bro. I respect everybody's opinion. You know, I don't argue with the family. We build over here. It's a build. I hear what everybody's saying. For me, y'all, I didn't hear neither fighter saying I don't want to fight. And they don't negotiate their fights. All they do is sign up for them. I don't feel like they should have said, no, do this, do that. No, they should have did exactly what they did. Say they want to fight, and if their teams was able to agree, we would have seen a fight. Shout out to both Norman Jr. and Boots. Now, there ain't nothing no duck about them. Nobody could call Boots no duck either. But, you know, it's about to come to a point where Eddie going to have to show and prove. Eddie knows who Adrian Clark is. Oh, he's being funny. Sean McCallum is with Adrian, negotiated a fight with Matchroom for Diego Pacheco. April, Eddie being disingenuous. Appreciate you, Dub. That's why I call him the fax machine. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. Facts. Let's hear everything and build from there. Let's see. That's why I don't tell nobody they wrong, but just hear me out. I'm always logical. Even if y'all don't see it that way, I'm still very logical, man. I just don't hear fighters like, nah, I don't want to fight. But I understand when teams ain't able to come to terms and you just don't get to fight. It's always got to be, somebody ducking. Nah, sometimes you want money that people ain't going to budge on. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Eddie like putting Americans on UK diets, hoping that won't win. Boots needs to use the IBF for a title shot at 54, to be honest. Even if you fought Norman, the other guys don't anyways. And look, I'll say Milan, what's good with it? Peace, family. Y'all smashed the like button. Son of God, my God, what's good, bro? I'll say this. It would be better to have Boots at least be unified than have being forced to damn near be in a situation where he gonna vacate. You get what I'm saying? Because they like we might fight the Karen fight, we might vacate. Like he gonna say this, so we gonna get to this, man. Y'all keep smashing that like button, and we gonna keep rocking, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. This is always a good discussion for me, man, because I see people are very, very passionate, but I'm very like I love the details and I pay attention very closely. And when I don't see that fighters are switching energy, and I understand what's out of their hands. Like the more there's nothing they can do, right? They have teams for a reason. They pay people to do this job for them. So again, that's Adrian's job, is to get his client the most money possible, and that's all he was trying to do. I don't understand why, at least even if you don't agree, why you can't even understand it from that end. Like that's all he was trying to do. Listen to him talk. That's his job. Be like, yo, I can't let him go like that. You know what I'm saying? So you fighting the best fighter in the world. I mean, let's go.
It's a little bit of a worry that you promoted an event on the zone. It's something that I've never heard of.
Well, that is actually now that's an issue you're going to have with the zone.
Well, that's an issue with the promoter.
Nah, it was a late deal with the zone.
It must have been really late. Was it done after the event? But the problem is it's your job as a promoter. You can't take the credit for being the promoter, but also at the same time, and nobody knew about the event.
Well, I also did send you the details. It was left unread.
Well, the thing is when you're promoting the event, DMing me, asking me for help. It's not just the answer.
I was just saying, you know what, I'll get Eddie to do it.
Promoting an event, what do? I bring in the big dogs. I'll DM Eddie. Is that how you got the deal? I can imagine this is how you got the deal with the promoters. Yeah, it was Samson and Paco. Oh, I know Eddie. Oh, I'll bring him on board. Yeah, I'll get him out. He'll be pushing it across his social.
Yo, I don't know if y'all understanding this, but Eddie just been on one right now. He gonna get to this stuff though, man.
He'll say a few words. Really, Eddie? Yeah, come on board. And then didn't even DM me, and I just swerved you.
Swerve me. I actually heard you having a conversation there on another level, saying that your favorite thing to cook. Can you tell us what that was?
Penne arrabbiata.
And even that has its limitations, Damien. Even that has its limitations because it comes down to him not being able to be able to force guys in the ring anyway. And people know it come with a high pay.
There is no chance in the world you've ever cooked that. You do not cook.
What are you talking about?
There's no way you cook.
Like, you lot are so deluded. What do you think? I sit at home with like 20 chefs coming out and like taking the silver, whatever they're called, off the dip, like Penne arrabbiata on Matchroom Boxing YouTube, and let us get the credit and the numbers. Rather than,
was my idea. So.
Yeah, all right. I'm a great cook.
Hold on, yeah. At least fast forward past.
Slightly above Quigley, but
He's got an NFL offer.
Don't play with me.
He's just rambling there. Eddie Hearn been on one of these last couple interviews, bro.
And Billy. Like these kind of fights, because Diego Pacheco is number 1 in the world with the WBO. He's going to get ordered to fight the winner of Berlanga against Canelo in 2025.
Hit the dollar sign.
Do you know what I mean? Like when that opportunity comes, you've got to be ready to take it. But Diego is still 2 or 3 fights away from being ready for that fight, in my opinion. He thinks he's ready for it now, but you got to cut through Sulecki like a butter through knife, and then you've got to beat one of those other names that I just mentioned. Then you're ready. But this kid is 23 years of age. He is one of the top fighters in this country already, and I think he's going to be a superstar. But this is a tough fight on Saturday. Sulecki's here to fight, and he's a tough kid.
Chef Clark on the undercard. Is this a proper fight for Chef?
This is a proper fight. I'm telling you now, you see the likes of all those other cruiserweights who like to just keep it in-house and have all these little friendly fights. None of them would fight Efe Apochi. This kid was a good amateur. He beat Jaya Patara in the Commonwealth Games. He's got 2 defeats on his record. Watch him back. He never lost those fights. Just on away shows, gets robbed on a split decision. Like, this is a serious fight. And shout out to Chev for taking these chances. Look at what we do with our fighters. We're giving Chev the US opportunity. He's coming over to Los Angeles. He's building his career. He's gaining invaluable experience. And fair play to him, because he's taking a real fight. He didn't have to take this fight. But if he's going to go on, and he's a guy, 2 or 3 fights, he's got to fight for a world title. Who else is there to fight? But I'm telling you now, that's going to be a brilliant fight for Chev. And he looked good. He looks well prepared. He means business, and he'll come through on Saturday night.
Talk to me a little bit about, first of all, this Brian Norman. I've just seen a video surface online of his dad saying that you came back with an offer. It's way below their estimations.
I want to skip past that.
He wants this kind of number. All right, okay. So we go back, and we up the offer by truly believe you can beat Jaron Ennis. Because let me tell you now, that fight, if Brian Norman fights Jaron Ennis and wins, he's a superstar of the sport. He's going to make a truckload of money doing it anyway. But you don't believe, do you? That's the reality. Brian Norman and your team, you don't really believe. Because if you believed, you would take the fight. Because let me tell you, your last purse, which was probably like $200,000, this is going to change your life.
Shout out to my guy.
But don't tell us we're close, and then we keep putting offers up, and then we're told we're miles away. You're lying. And you dropped the ball, because now it looks like the IBF ordered a mandatory, which is a joke, right? Okay. An absolute joke. And the IBF have got to stop doing this. But it is what it is. Sometimes you have to deal with a mandatory. We may vacate. We may fight them. But the reality is all these people, it's like Stanionis. Oh, he tweets, oh, Eddie Hearn, you keep saying you've made me an offer. You haven't even made me an offer. I went, how about Wednesday at 4 p.m. I made you an offer? Oh, comes back. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it was a shit offer. No, it wasn't. It was, again, well over $1 million. Emmanuel, whatever your name is, Stanionis, who are you? Can you beat Boots? You're getting offered a truckload of money for a unification fight. You talk shit. You know you can't beat Jaron Ennis. You don't want to fight him. So come offline. Stop doing these stupid tweets, these stupid interviews, and go and have irrelevant fights. Because Brian Norman is going to fight a bloke I've never even heard of before for about $400,000. Congratulations. Well done, mate. Where you could have been in one of the biggest fights in boxing to prove that you are the real deal. And that's the fucking rant over.
If you vacate,
That's right. Oh, Eddie been on one. Look, I hear all that. I ain't about to rehash the Brian Norman stuff. You heard him briefly speak on it. Talked about vacating. He gonna speak on it some more, and some little options for Boots possibly if he was to fight Karen or not. But listen, I get it, bro. I get it. They like, yo, Eddie looking at it from a promoter. He like, bro, I was offering you a lot of money. It was good money. You left it on the table. There's no argument there. You know what I'm saying? There's no argument there. You know what I mean? But it's still a missed opportunity for both. Even though he about to fight somebody that people probably never heard of too much. And Derek Quavers, shit, Karen, I mean, we know who he is. Ain't nobody excited about it. So that's the side you ain't gonna speak on. Know what I mean? That's not gonna do well for Boots. Maybe it's gonna sell. We probably gonna find out though. TM was good with it, bro. So I was signing to Eddie, don't know talking, staying on business. Said Eddie been trash talking crazy lately. Yeah, it is. It's very reasonable. I get it. That's why I say I get it on both sides, and it just comes down to business. I understand his position and I understand theirs. They standing on the principle of what they feel like their worth is. You know what I'm saying? Going into a situation like that in hostile territory, I completely understand. And, Eddie he taking a position of the promoter that is offering a lot of money. And he like, bro, I'm offering you more than enough. It's reasonable. Take it or leave it. But he did it 3 offers, and I believe they ran out of time, to be real with you. Jay Howard was good with it, man. Appreciate you, fam.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Let's go back to this.
What do you do with Boots?
Probably move to 154 and try and find the biggest fights in boxing.
So make sure y'all can hear this what Eddie is saying. He said, Eddie's funny. The IBF is a joke for ordering Karen, but they're not a joke for sanctioning Warrington to fight the case for the title that he fought for before. Yeah, man, look, that's why I call him the fax machine. Eddie just talking, man. That's why I say I'm calling a little bit of BS on some of the stuff. It's not that it's anything wrong with what he's saying, but he's saying all of the right answers. But I still think he had the power to make this fight. He could have made this fight if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Eddie could have made the fight.
Fucking ran over.
But listen,
if you vacate, what do you do with Boots?
Probably move to 154 and try and find people that really want to fight. Virgil Ortiz, Israel Madrimov, Terence Crawford, probably not. But we can't, listen, we may fight Chudezi, whatever his name is, but we've already boxed him. Do you know what I mean? He ain't a bad fighter, by the way. But, what is the IBF doing?
Eddie, you signed Shakur, right? You've made him a priority at Matchroom. You've sang his praise.
Real quick, just so we don't skip past that, that's the part I did want y'all to hear with the Boots possible move to 54. You said he undecided. I know this, but you got a purse bid situation coming up, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to make a decision sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with Boots? And it to me right now, I know people say he shouldn't have left the other side where he was at, but it seems like the same problem was over there, getting the right fighters in there, the right dance partners, and now he over here, he getting paid, staying active, but it seems like more of the same, having a problem getting the right dance partner. So, I mean, maybe he should have just went up to 54. I don't know. I think him and Virgil was the fight to make at 47, so I would love to see it at 54. The possibilities is endless. I don't think we get a Crawford and Boots fight, even if he find his way up there. Tomorrow, September 3rd, right. So, you get what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? You get what I'm saying, Doug? Which y'all not gonna fight him? Because you saying maybe we fight him, maybe we vacate. So what you gonna do? You know what I mean? His Boots going up. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the same way Boots and Karen to me is similar, very similar in terms of appeal and people wanting to see it. Is very similar to Devin Haney and Sandor Martin, right? It's like nobody want to see that, and nobody want to pay to watch him. Nobody want to pay to watch Karen go out there and try to survive again. That's gonna be crazy. Nobody want to see that. I mean, really like Eddie Hearn, he seems straightforward. I mean, look, Eddie is cool, man. Eddie cool, man. Boots need to unify before he move up. I think they might have let the one unification sail out the door. You know what I mean? Sail out. You know what I mean? They might have let it slip a little bit. But let's get back to it.
Like you said, you would. I want to ask you about Joe Cordina, because Joe Cordina's stage of his career getting beat in an unfortunate way against Anto Kakachi, and that probably one step too long at that weight. Are you in a tough predicament now because you've got a loyalty to Joe? Is he still promotionally with Matchroom? And obviously,
we had an option on Joe Cordina after his last fight. A last option. We've ended up doing a deal with Gold Star and Matchroom and Joe Cordina to make this fight. Let me tell you something now. This is a serious fight, right? And it actually makes me laugh when people go, oh, Shakur Stevenson against Joe Cordina. I'm telling you now, this is a dangerous fight for Shakur Stevenson. Joe Cordina is an exceptional talent. He smashed Agawa to pieces in a knockout of the year. He had a war with Rakimov to become a 2-time world champion. He fought Kakachi, right? Probably shouldn't have been at 130. Got hit after the bell, right? No, don't wince. Mate, watch the fight back or after the break. When the ref says break and stop the action and you get 1-2 after. Now, I'm not saying that your man wouldn't have won the fight, but he never recovered from that, right? He got stopped. Tell me a fighter that Shakur Stevenson has beaten that would definitely beat Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina is a serious fighter. And when you say about, it makes me laugh as well, but, you're bigging up Shakur Stevenson. It's out of order on Joe. Out of order on Joe. Joe is making a fortune on October the 12th. And good luck to him. Because Joe wants the biggest fights and he wants the most amount of money. And he's been like that for the last couple of years, right? And the only kind of fights that Joe is going to get up for is moments like this. And that is why this is a dangerous fight. Yes, of course I'm going to champion Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a pound-for-pound talent. And I think he's a favourite in the fight. But if you ain't ready and you ain't up for this fight, you're going to have your hands full. Because Cordina can fight. And he's got the bit between his teeth. He's like that, Joe, He's a ballsy kid. And he's thinking, fuck you all. I'll show you. This is a great fight. I mean, we've got Bivol Beterbiev October the 12th, the main event. Our boy Bivol. That's co-main event, Cordina against Shakur. This is an unbelievable night. But Joe's up for this fight.
You're talking about Riyadh season there going Saturday.
I mean, look, I ain't about to get all into it. We get it. I mean, that shit did happen. I think without that 1-2 that he caught after the bell, I think it probably would have been a different fight. But at the same time, I do think he was a little cooked at the weight class, so he had a good chance he could have lost because he was compromised anyway. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? The one loss, I don't think he's a bad fighter. I do think it's a guy you gotta, you can't just get in there and act like he can't fight. The dude could fight. He actually come to win. He got heart. You know what I'm saying? He can box. You know what I mean? He can move in there. Joe Cordina got some skill, got some talent, but I don't anticipate him beating Shakur, nothing like that. But I think it could be a interesting fight for sure. But I don't see him, And again, he gonna speak highly of his man. Joe is his man. And again, I don't think Joe's a bad fighter. Like if you've seen the way he lost, then you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't recovered from them shots, and that did him in. UK died. Yeah, man. Hopefully we get the other guy, Tim Layton, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Pardon me. So I said, hopefully he get the right guy in there on the back end, though. Yeah, he looking out for his country, man. You see, he say he making a fortune.
But Joe's up for this fight.
You're talking about Riyadh season there going to Saudi Arabia. I think the question on a lot of people in the UK's mind is the UK being left at the wayside a little bit, Eddie, because you've built your business off the back of being successful in the United Kingdom, and now, the last fight we had there, which isn't your fault either because there's been injury pullouts, but was Fisher-Babbage. We're going to have an announcement tomorrow that Johnny Fisher's returning to the Copper Boss on the 28th for that event, but is it hard for you to maintain this business now because it's changing so quickly in that you've got so many fighters? I look at the past 2 weeks, right? Frank Warren signed maybe north of 10 fighters the past 2 weeks. We haven't seen Matchroom sign anyone. Is that because you haven't got enough shows at the moment in the UK to facilitate those?
We've got loads. We've got just as many shows as Queensbury in the UK. But we've got a lot of fights.
Matchroom just signed Tito Mercado, if y'all familiar with young Tito Mercado. I had him on here before, but that's a good sign for the young Tito Mercado. Finally worked his way in a position where I think he can be signed to a promotional company where he can get more eyes on him. I think that's good for him. I believe this is the one where he spoke about Crawford too, if I'm not mistaken,
that we want to develop, and we've got a lot of
Eddie Hearn out. Eddie Hearn out today, man.
Every fighter that comes available, we will be signing 3 to 4 to 5 Olympians, probably 5 Olympians in the next 2 weeks.
You're meeting a great one this week. We're not going to say much more about that.
But we want top talent. not talent that's available to everyone. We want the one that everybody is scrambling for. We want to win that race. When you talk about the UK, I think we were very unlucky that last week it was supposed to be Regis Prograis against Jack Catterall. Unfortunately, that was delayed.
Pugilist was good.
So I think, obviously, when you look at the UK market, you've also got the small matter of AJ fighting Dubois in front of 96. The UK market, you've also got the small matter of AJ fighting Dubois in front of 96,000. When that event happens, you don't want to run too much around it. I mean, we are going in London the week after.
I got it. Y'all smash that like button for me. He rambling. So what I got out of that was that Boots portion that I wanted to speak on just a bit. Like I said, it's looking like more of the same for Eddie, man. He's able to sign his talent, but he's not able to get these guys in the ring with the right fighters. Look, he can't do it all, right? He can't force guys in the ring, but it's just not a good sign when you make offers to all champions for one of your best talents, one of your newest signees, and you can't get nobody in the ring with him. And like I said, some would argue that he should have went up to 54 anyway, because now you're throwing it out there as a possible, move. But then you got a purse bid that's tomorrow. So what are you really going to do with Boots in this, right? Like, because it would be really crazy to fight Karen and then go up after that, right? It's like you should have just did that ahead of time. So, look, man, I'm rocking with Boots. Salute to him. I hope he able to find a way to get these guys in the ring. But I said this before. I think one of the things that would have fixed his problem is just going up a weight class, possibly. Like, I can't envision everybody at 54 not wanting to fight him. You know what I mean? I heard some people already said no to him, Chuck, and a couple of guys, but I don't anticipate everybody turning him down and not being willing to fight him at 54. You know what I'm saying? And again, it seemed like it's all about money. And Eddie Hearn it seems as if he's almost in a situation where he got to come up off the money, because dudes ain't going to want to fight. And they're going to fight. They're going to take easier fights where they could just keep, you know what I mean? They're going to babysit them titles if they could. I don't know how he's going to get these other guys in the ring with Boots, man. His best option might be to go to 54, vacate that title, and see what's up there for him. So we'll see, man. But if it's not titles at 47, the only thing he can do is waste his time down there. If it's not a title, that's the only thing he can do is waste his time, bro. So hopefully he get put in a situation where it makes sense for him, because sitting around at 47 just hoping that somebody say yes, it's not gonna cut it. You know what I mean? But I rock with Boots, man. I just want to see him get the fights that he's supposed to get, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough, man. I just don't know how he gonna entice these other guys to get in the ring with him for real. My bad, y'all. Teach was good with it, fam. Hold on. He said, "Oh, you think Tio training for Tank?" I was gonna touch on that too, because I had that in my description about Tio ass. We're gonna get back to Eddie Hearn in a second, because I'm glad you brought that up, because I was gonna talk about it too. No, I don't think he's training for Tank. Do you see what Tio at? You see where Tio at? Did y'all see the video? Tio he put 156 pounds, bro. Check Tio out. Glad you brought that up, so I ain't forget to bring this up. But I doubt if he training for Tank. If he training for Tank, his ass need to be losing. He gaining weight. 156 sound like you might. Somebody suggested 54, but maybe he just big right now. But I don't know what he doing. And then he working with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. No lie, he said 156 there. Before I seen that video, it was a different one where he was hitting the pads with Canelo. What was it? Where he was working out with Canelo or Reynoso. This dude looked huge, man. Tio looked huge. I was about to say he looked like a damn middleweight, and he said 156. That dude is huge, bro. I don't know what his plans is with Reynoso over there. D for the win. What's good with it? Getting his clenbuterol dosages. The phenomenal show. What's good with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? Boychuk didn't get the offer. The Boost fight. Turkey wants Boychuk on the card with Usyk and Baranchik to represent for Ukraine fighters. Salute to my guy, LetsBuild. Appreciate you, bro. So again, we are not gonna go past. Yeah, talking to somebody else. Tio looking sturdy, right? He looks strong, but he looked big, man. He looked like I suspect his reflexes and things might be compromised a bit. He looked huge, bro. He looked huge, man. He definitely looked like a damn middleweight, but he said he 156 pounds. I heard somebody suggest something about preparing for Tank, but I'm like, why would he be 156 if you're preparing for Tank who's at 135? And at least if they was gonna meet somewhere in the middle, or maybe even at 140, you think he would be somewhere closer to that weight. But to be honest, I can't tell you what's going on with Tio. Maybe we just caught him at a time where he in between fights. I don't know, but I don't know if that's intentional because he did put it up there to let you know how much he weighs. So maybe it's intentional because the only way he definitely ain't going to no damn middleweight. So the only thing I could potentially see if he wild enough, 154 for try to bait Crawford into a fight. But I would respect it, but I don't know if he even doing that. I really don't. I wish I knew what he was doing, but he huge. He huge, bro. Like I said, and he was working out with Canelo too. Got some weight on him for sure. He got some damn weight on him, that's for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cambio, vamos.
That's that school in Nello.
Para el siguiente lado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He said Tio don't fight black fighters. You know how he feel. Tio trying to find himself. Yeah, I don't. So I just thought that was interesting to see that he weighed that much, bro. Like he 156. I wonder what he up to. What he on? Yeah, that's probably normal though. Maybe he's just losing weight. You know what I mean? And maybe that's on his way. I don't know. But because he at 140, 156, that's 16 pounds above the weight. But it's crazy to see him that big, and now he over there working out with Canelo and Reynoso. Maybe the change could be good for him. Who knows? I don't know. He say he's not impressed. Might just be getting acclimated in the gym. Yeah. That's all. Know what I mean? But he put that, you know how they tease with the little weights. He probably put that 156 up there. Probably put that 156 to make people think that he's moving up a weight class. You get what I'm saying? I gotta see it though to believe it, man. I gotta see him do it. I gotta see him do it, man. Getting ready for Bud. He wishes. That's the only thing I can see. If that weight, if it's any, method to his madness, if it's any specific reason why he up in weight, that's the only thing I can see. But I don't even know. B-Dog was good with it, bro. He said maybe trying to add something to his game because his style is totally different from a Canelo. Yeah, he more finesse. Tio more finesse. As you see how they got him training, they train for power. Like they just come in there, hooks, uppercuts, heavy shots. David Dirrell was good with it. Dudes walking around 170, 180. Yeah. So 156, I wonder what he trying to do. How busy what it do, fam? How you feeling, bro? What's good with it, man? If it's not long, I want to fight Tio. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I would love to see a Tio fight, Tio and Tank. You know what I'm saying? But I don't trust Tio. Nothing about him tells me he want to fight Tank. Like I say, he been screaming Terence Crawford. So I think Tank could be like too much, like right. And what weight would it be at? To be true be told, I don't know who the hell Tank gonna fight. Because everybody they say it gets shot down. Everybody they throw out. And they trying to hope Gavin gets a real train besides Bill. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit earlier too. I think he'll need it. He gonna need it I think he's gonna need it coming back. But I can't see you teach, man. I don't know. I think we got a better chance of still seeing the Tank and Loma fight before you do him and Tio for sure. I just don't see Tio stepping in there with none of those dudes no time soon. And again, I mean, he been calling out Crawford. That seemed like something safe because he ain't at a weight class. That's 2 weight classes above where he at. So, and he literally two pounds heavier than a 54-pounder, but he looked big. He looked, it just don't look the same. He obviously ain't gonna be as fast at that weight. So I just couldn't see him possibly wanting to really campaign there. A big boy, man. Tio's a big kid right now, boy. He huge right now. Tio ass huge right now, bro. Nah, I don't want no. He's very dismissive of the fights with any of these guys that would be naming. So I just don't see him wanting to fight these people at all, bro. I don't. So it's interesting to see him up in weight, but he probably just in between fights, probably, tapering down. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna lose. He don't got no fight right now, so he probably just a little heavy, man. I can't put too much stock into it until he makes some official announcement or make a, somebody let me know that he really gonna fight at 54, because that'd be a crazy jump. You know what I'm saying? Dev? Who, Tio? Tio and Dev? This would be a herbal T weight. You stupid, bro. You stupid, man. Them punt did, see, don't mess with Texas. His weight, that weight gonna compromise his speed, his reflexes, his timing, all that stuff. So gas tank, all that. That's what you got to consider. That's why I say, man, I think he just in between fights. Ain't no way somebody gonna convince me that he about to jump up. That he about to jump up 2 weight classes of 154 and try to mess with Crawford. If he is, man, I have a lot of respect for him if he tried that. But I just can't. I couldn't envision it. Couldn't envision him wanting to get in the ring with Crawford at 54 after fighting Steve Claggett. It just don't make a lot of sense. Like I said, so good luck to him, man. Good luck. Good luck to him. We're going to get flat. Somebody going to go up there and punch Tio ass out the ring somewhere. Cecil, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? He basically holding that belt for ransom. That's what he doing. Yeah, I don't know who he fighting. I don't know who he want to fight. I don't know what his plans is next. I don't know if he moving up in weight, but I think it's just one of them things you got to wait and see. So he doing a couple different things. He kind of heavy. He could be preparing for a move up. Could just be showing off for the camera just to get people talking like I'm doing now. Just got to wait and see, because I tell you, I can't get a read on what Tio be doing. I have no clue, bro. Hell nah, he ain't thinking about Tio. So I can't tell you, but we're going to keep rocking, man. So we're going to keep rocking, man.
A world title. He's 23, and I wonder if he's successful in this fight.
Hold on, y'all. I don't know if I wanted to play that. I don't know if I wanted to play that again. Crawford going to punch Tio ass out the ring. Like I said, he think his esophagus was missing against Cambosis. That Terence Crawford would be the wrong fight for him. I think so right now, especially if he got to pick up weight. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Let's get back to this, man.
Pacheco ordered to fight the winner of Canelo against Blanca in 2025. So you got to be ready, because we ain't turning that down, because it comes around once in a lifetime. So after this, we got to chase one of those names that we said to prove that you're ready. Like Edgar. Edgar probably needed that fight as well. Didn't come. Tough shit. We're ready. We're ready to roll the dice. But ideally, you want to close the gap of the levels between your opponents. And it's hard to do when you're fighting Canelo because he's so good.
Speaking of Twitter, Shakur Stevenson, what's the deal? Can you give me the particulars? How many fights, how it came about, and how you closed it with them?
I mean, we've been talking for a long time. I kind of feel like I've been promoting Shakur Stevenson for years anyway. even though it
You
wasn't.
know what? I'm going to paraphrase. I had enough of Eddie, man. I had enough of Eddie. He said the same thing he's been saying when it come to that fight, that it could be made with or without him. But until they put in a situation where that fight is actually a real thing, more than just a conversation on YouTube or an argument or a debate, I don't really care. I think we know what the plan is right now. And like I said before, man, Eddie Hearn got a lot to prove. He got a lot of this talent, and what he gonna do with it is the big question. I don't have no clue. Daniel was good with it. He got to show me something. He got to prove that he really can put guys in a position to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what. I just don't see it, bro. Gianni was good, my guy. How you feeling? Better B versus Beevil? I don't know who I want to pick for that fight, bro. Don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They'll never fight again. But better be even Beevil. I don't know. Speaking of Beevil, man. Matter of fact, damn, I'm slipping today, man. Y'all got pardon me. Did y'all catch this little message from Dimitri Beevil wife or soon to be ex-wife? I had made a short out of it, but just in case y'all didn't see it, I'm gonna play it because she definitely said better Beef. It's hard to bet against that dude, man. It really is. So I don't know. I like Beevil boxing skills. I know Better Beef might be slowing down a little bit with the injuries. I just don't know. I don't know, man. It's only gonna go two ways. You know what I mean? It's either a knockout or Beevil by decision. Cause it better be when it's gonna be by knockout. But Brian Norman ducking boots. Some people think that. I don't believe so. I'm gonna play the little clip though, just in case anybody in here didn't see. Y'all smash the like button. We're gonna keep rocking for a minute. Let me play this though from her. I just was a little surprised to hear it, but I guess they ain't on terms, obviously. But
there is just two people who won Beevil. It's Canelo and me. So please write to Saul Alvarez, because when we divorced, when we were in the process of divorce, I told my ex that, you know what, you became such a devil after Canelo, so maybe you won in the ring, but in the life you lost, because this money and this power, it made you crazy. So please write to Canelo. We are the winners with him.
She said, please. She said, please, we write to Canelo. We are with Canelo. She rolling with the ops, y'all. She want Canelo to beat Beevil last, man. She talking about when she divorced, the divorce is final and all that. She want Beevil to get his ass beat. Rolling, my God, the substance. Beevil's got a damn good chance though. Yeah, he do. This so cringe. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to see that she she rolling with the ops on this one, but I guess they had some falling out. Not to even get into all of that, but I don't think Canelo will find his way back in the ring with Beevil. I hear the little talks about him potentially fighting him if he's to win against Better Beef, but my thing is, I think that's unrealistic. I don't think we'll see him back at 75. You know what I'm saying? I think he learned this lesson the first time around. I don't see him going back up there for another ass whooping. I just don't see it. He possibly can do better the second time around, but I just don't see him doing good enough to beat Beevil. I think that's always going to be decisive. This was Dimitri Beevil wife after he beat Canelo. It's funny how tables turn, how time changed everything.
Hi guys, I see a lot of you on my page. I want to say that maybe we're not the face of boxing, but we are the brains and the heart of boxing. And do you see this t-shirt? I have it for almost 5 years because my husband is a world champion for almost 5 years. And during the fights that I don't watch, only the beginning and only the end, I'm always in this t-shirt. I never wash it, and we made it. Ждала. Покажите ваши спины.
Спасибо, Бог. Stop.
That's cool. She went from wearing a t-shirt and never taking it off and never washing it to rooting for Canelo, man. How time changed, man. She want him to fight Canelo so Canelo could beat him because she feel like he turned different after the money. Money do change it. Money will change you. Oh yeah, I'll play the raffle again for you so you can know Boxing Hacker. I see you asking about it. Shout out to everybody that already entered the raffle and anybody that's interested. I'm gonna play it real quick for y'all one more time.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Shout out to my guy, man. That's excellent work. Like I said, man, shout out to everybody that's participating in the raffle, man. We just trying to keep it going. You know, try to find ways to get back to the people. So shout out to everybody, man. $25 get you 3 entries, man, and you got chances to win 3 different prizes from the iPad to the air fryer to the Kenichi Bear headphones, man. And those are priced at some good prices. So $10 I think is worth the try, you know. Shout out to everybody, man. But let's get back to it, man. Y'all stupid. Boxing Hacker be having people pissed off. Boxing Hacker, what you be doing, bro? What you be doing? Well, pregnant divorce be a distraction. I wonder, right? I mean, Bevel's been pretty smart, man, and his approach he's always been all business, all professional. I think he can compartmentalize. I really do. But excuse me, but I'll tell you what, he better be prepared because distracted or not, he gonna need his A++ game against Better Be because you just can't take a lot of hits from him. You can't get hit too many times from a guy like that, or it's gonna hurt. It's gonna cost you big time. So October 12th will be here. Look, we gonna see some fights. I think it's a decent card, man. I ain't mad at it. Shout out to my brother, man, Cal Cooler for the 20-piece, always holding me down, showing love, man. It's always salute to you, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to him, man. Boxing Hacker be pissing the people off, man. Shout out to my brother, man, Kyle Cool. But yeah, man, I think Beaver will be able to compartmentalize because he gonna need all his focus. He gonna need everything he got to beat Better Beaver. It's gonna be extremely difficult because Better Beaver can box and fight, and Beaver don't do a lot of fighting. That's a boxing purist. You get what I'm saying? He's a rhythm fighter. I think it's gonna be important for Better Beaver to try to disrupt Beaver's timing with that heavy ass jab that he got. If he does that, then I see the fight being very difficult for Beaver. But if Beaver finds a way to work into his rhythm and get his flow going, I think he got a good chance to make this fight, you know what I mean, take this fight into the later rounds. But he got to do a very good job at managing them first 4 to 6 rounds, man, the first half of that fight. Because, again, with any shot with Better Beef could change the fight. That's just what he known to do. He got really heavy hands, and when he hit guys, it looked like they've been hit by something they never felt before. So I seen Bevel get hurt by Joe Smith. You know what I'm saying? And we seen what Better Beef did to him. So Bevel gonna have to have his A++ game, bro. I got Bevel. He has the momentum. Think so? No injuries. He been clean. It's gonna be a tough fight for him, man. I just don't know who to pick right now. I really don't. I love the pure boxers, man. Them guys that's able to outsmart you and outthink you, but Beef get hit just enough for me where if that's Better Beef, I don't know how you looking at the end of 7, 8 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Joe Smith said Bevel was the harder fight. Ironically, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to my guy Dub. He said, just a heads up, ESPN Plus are only showing 2 fights, main and co-main event. They will not show Ismael Barroso fight. That's weak. Shout out to my guy, man. Damn, that's weak, man. Big Watch Barroso can't get no love, bro. 90 Beast said when Better Beef counter over the top, his jab felt like he was taking off. Nah. That's crazy. Taking off on the airplane is crazy, bro. Taking off on the airplane is crazy. Shout out to the plug, the boxer, man. Taking off on the airplane is crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. That power is just devastating, man. I don't know, man. I lean towards Better Beef, man, because it's gonna be hard for him to keep him off him. You know what I'm saying? He got a heavy jab, hooks, uppercuts. I don't know. Maybe Beaver can box him for a while, but shit, man. Better Beef, man. He might catch up to him at some point. Like I said, it's a 50-50, man. It's either gonna be a knockout or decision win for Beaver, man. And I can't see it being man, I can't see it going past. Man, I don't know. Mark West, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? Well, let's keep rolling, man. You know what? I got something that's gonna bring a little bit of humor to the stream, man. We got Oscar Delahoya doing his clapback Thursday on a Friday, and he targeted none other than Floyd Money Mayweather to talk crazy about. So I'm gonna cue the clip. Said better be the damn hybrid. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, he is, man. He'll bear with gloves, Zoom. But let me play this clapback Thursday from Oscar De La Hoya, man. Let's keep going.
It's your favorite time of the week again. It's time for the only segment in the boxing world that gives you facts and laughs. It's Clapback Thursdays, motherfuckers. But this week it's coming on a Friday because I'm on vacation and I make the rules. The boxing news is still lame as hell this week, but there are a few topics I want to address. Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real shit show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro. As I've always said, it's hard to make money, but it's even harder to keep it. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around. And speaking of these horrible exhibition matches, I am so fucking happy to hear and see that their popularity has finally played out. Nobody wants to see these random YouTubers fight each other anymore. I would rather walk outside my house and watch two bums fight in the park for free. It's the same amount of entertainment. My man Turkey Al-Sheikh is making sure that real boxing is on its way back. And he's standing on making the best fights happen, which is why Canelo doesn't like him, because he's demanding everybody to fight the very best. Which brings me to Canelo. I have 2 words for you. Archie Solis, remember him? He will be the next topic of Clapback Thursdays next week. Canelo, fuck you.
Nah. Hey, yo, Oscar, nah, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Oscar might have found something with this. That's a little funny. I'm not gonna lie. The little clapback joint is funny, bro. He's an idiot. He's an idiot, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but it's all good. Look, I like it for the entertainment, but as far as the exhibitions with Floyd, look, I'll be 100% honest. That always gonna be one of my favorite fighters inside the square circle, man. The fights that he put on, him always being a for sure bet, and just knowing that he was guaranteed money, he was always gonna find a way to win. It's made him, special, made him stand out from all the rest, But aside from that, what I mean, with these exhibitions, I think they've gotten more and more strange. If we being all the way 100, I don't know if it's all to do with Floyd, but it is getting a bit weird. Like I said, from the little after fight with John Gotti, then you go fight the dude again and you swap the ref out. It is looking a little crazy. So I mean, for me, I'm not one of those guys that's, I don't like to tell people when to hang it up and stuff like that, but I will say that it is getting a bit crazy to keep seeing it. Like I don't wish to keep seeing it this way, right? It look crazy now. It don't look the same. You obviously ain't getting in real shape for these fights, and all it takes is one punch. Like even if it is from one of these weird ass dudes, like they want nothing more than to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked out in one of these exhibitions, messing around too long, playing games. So hopefully, man, like I said, he figured something else out for entertainment, because I know he liked the limelight, but I just don't think that's it. You know what I mean? Especially the levels that it's gotten to, from the replacing the opponents to, they're the replacing the ref to the after fight. You know what I mean? The little brawl. So I think he just need to pull a plug on them exhibitions, unless he gonna fight somebody like AB. You know what I'm saying? Like my man AB said, shout out to my brother Lonnie Lee, man, and the Cash App set for the building blocks. Much love.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Lonnie Lee. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but like I said, like my man AB said, man, if you ain't gonna fight him for that exhibition, I don't really care to see it, man. I don't care to see it. Zoom, you stupid, yo. Nah, Oscar shout out, bro. Oscar just be talking. Everyone, he makes sure he bring up Canelo and everyone. That's what's making it funny, because he's super petty when it comes to Canelo. They really got beef, yo. They do not like each other, bro. Him and Canelo do not like each other, bro. At all, man. That shit is hilarious, man.
You look like you were gonna punch him.
Yeah, I will. If he come closer, I fuck him.
That's what he said, though. That's what he was saying to Oscar. Oh my God, man. That's comedy. That car was decent aside from the Floyd and Carmel fight. Yeah, not paying for it though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To teach, it got to the point where it's like it's not worth the money no more, because of the main event is losing its luster because of the way it's playing out. I think it's different if you in here beating these guys up, you're in here knocking them out, or whatever the case. But I think the fact that it's turned into a bit of a circus is almost like you lost control of the show, so to speak. And I just don't care to see it no more. You know what I mean? It's not the same as when, Canelo was fighting on your undercard, or a Tank fighting on the undercard of a Floyd fight. It's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not that no more. Floyd or exhibition. Yeah, I get it. I said the same thing, B-Dog, but I just hate to see it get weird, like how it was getting. Get what I'm saying? I was cool with it up until the last two. All the way up until the last two, the little after brawl. And then now you ref swapping. You brought WWE to boxing with that one. You tagged the ref out. That man tagged the ref out, bro. Tagging the ref out is crazy. But Other than that, I mean, if it's gonna be what it's supposed to be, cool. But I think it's gotten to a point where it got a little bit weird, just a bit. He said, "What? If it comes close, you do what? If you come close, I will." That's what. Yeah, man. That's what he said about Oscar. Where that? Hold on, I got you.
You look like you were gonna punch him.
Yeah, I will. If he come closer, I fuck him.
Nah. That's what he said. If he come closer, that's what he said to Oscar. He said he'd punch him. But then you know what he said then, though. I ain't gonna repeat that. But yeah, he tripped out. But he got some easy. Well, I ain't gonna say easy, but he got a Canelo on the hook. I mean, Berlingo on the hook now. Nah, damn it. What's this? Oh my God.
This is the second person
that. Hold on. Oh.
Telling me to do my best, and then one told me don't sprout. I said I'm sprouting.
Hold on, this is Lonnie B talking about Arthur Better Beab when he sparred Arthur Better Beab, compliments of my guy Ed McQueen.
The person that know me well telling me to do my best, and then one told me don't sprout. I said I'm sprouting. All right, I'm about to show both of them. Bell ring, ding dong, the bell ring. I'm like, all right, cool. So I hit it with my pump fake, hit it with the pump fake, hit it with the pump fake, then threw a jab, and he came over it. Yo, it felt like you ever get on the airplane and you pulling off and you like. I felt like when he hit me, it felt like I was on an airplane pulling off. Like I felt like I was like I was descending into heaven. I'm about to meet the Lord. Yes, I'm about to meet the Lord. Oh, I'm not. I'm still on the ground. Like, and Mark was like, you okay? And I was like, I was trying to see if I was still alive. I'm like, the second person.
That's crazy. That's crazy. See what I'm saying, yo? Ant, see, why would you do that, man? Ant just tipped it 20% more in Better B's favor sending me this clip, bro. You done tipped it 20% more in Better B's favor, bro. That ain't fair. I ain't never even heard nobody describe like how it feel to get punched like that. I ain't never heard nobody describe getting punched like that, yo. Like, I ain't never heard that description. That man said, you know how I feel when the airplane taking off. Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, y'all smash that like button. We gonna rock for a couple more minutes, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I think I got one more. I think this might be the one where Eddie Hearn, where he spoke about Crawford possibly retiring, because I want to make sure I touched every topic that I had for y'all today. You know, feeling like it's it's Crawford or bust at this point. I mean, it's Canelo or bust, but we'll have to see, man. I still want to hear from Crawford. You know, Eddie Hearn ain't Crawford, but he did have his say on it, man. So let's play this last one, I think, from Eddie Hearn, man. Better be such a beast. His body naturally produces high levels of testosterone. Yeah, something. He ain't normal, man. Dude is damn cyborg, bro. He damn cyborg. Like I said, man, it's just gonna be a tough fight for Better Be, man. But shout out to fight. What is it? Fight. Shout out to fight.
What's going on with Devin? What's the last time you spoke to him? I saw this Paro stuff.
All right, you talk about
yeah. I texted him a couple of days ago about the Paro fight, you know, and I said, look, I think there could be an opportunity to make that fight. He said, I'd be up for it if the deal was right. That was on the end, but, you know, but as always, and that's fair enough. But, you know, it's definitely a fight that I think makes sense. Devin has good profile in Australia, beat Cambosos twice over there. We want to do a big homecoming for Liam Paro, and we'd love to make Paro against Haney in December.
I think the big question with Devin is, like, how is he mentally, physically after that Ryan Garcia fight?
I think one thing about Devin, he's mentally very solid. Like, he's an intelligent kid. I think he's in control of his emotions. I think the defeat hurt him on many levels because, one, probably never thought he'd get beat. Two, I think the drug test stuff was hard for him to take, the weight stuff, like everything. And it was almost like, you know, when Ryan tested positive, Devin sort of got the blame. You know, it was a really weird reaction, wasn't it, on social? It was like, oh, stop being a crybaby, Devin. It's like, what? You know, this guy's just tested positive. Like, so I think he probably didn't take it very well. But I think at the same time, he's ready. He's in training, and I think he's looking forward and focused on his return.
Very likely then that happens. He does return December then against Paro?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we've still got a lot of negotiation to do, but we've got to do it soon if Devin's going to return. I mean, we talked about him returning on the October 12th card in Riyadh. I think it was a bit short timing for him, but, you know, we've got a few ideas.
What's going on with this Boots and Brian Norman stuff I keep seeing everywhere?
Just frustrating, you know. I mean, like, Brian Norman's dad comes out and gives all these interviews. You know, the first offer that we made to Brian Norman was well north of $1 million, which, you know, I get people on Twitter go, I bet you offered him 300 grand. It's like, no. But anyway, they come back and went, that's an insulting offer. Well, we don't think so, but anyway. So we upped our offer by $250,000. And then they come back and said, oh, we're close. And Brian Norman's dad.
Hold on, man. I think I got that one on my phone. I don't want to talk about the Brian Norman stuff. I want him to talk about, he spoke about Crawford briefly for a second. Let me get to it. Pardon me, y'all. Let me get to it. He said, dude, I think Pacheco's really ready for Canelo. Absolutely not. Canelo just got too much experience right now for him. My bad, y'all. He got too much experience, in my opinion, right now for Pacheco. I think Pacheco, they was talking about putting Pacheco in there. That's another fight, Eddie Hearn. That's why I kept playing these Eddie Hearn interviews. It was so many of them. I should have had them organized at which ones was which, but he been speaking a lot. He also was talking about a next fight for Pacheco being possibly Jaime Munguia or something like that. So I did see that somewhere. So I think that's a better route for him to go, and that's a dangerous fight right there too. That's one I think he could lose. You know what I mean? If he ain't careful, for sure. So it's tough for these young guys to be ready for Canelo because they just lack the experience, and it's tough to gain the experience of a Canelo because he got 60+ fights in. So it's hard for any of these young guys to make up that kind of ground. And he an older vet, but still young enough and dangerous enough to give all these dudes hell, right? So it's tough, man. I think the Munguia fight make more sense though for him to go that route because I think it'll be early for a Canelo fight. You know what I mean? I think he needs some more seasoning before he go there. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna see exactly what a lack of experience do to a fighter against Canelo, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it against Berlanga. No slight to him, but I think that inexperience is gonna be one of the biggest factors in the fight. More so than skill and any of that other stuff, I think inexperience is going to be the biggest deciding factor between the two. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see it. But Pacheco is nice. I think he just need more fights and keep building. He'll be all right. Him beating the maze bag while working the heavy bag. Can't wait for this fight. Yeah, man. Pacheco's good. Just got to be a bit more mindful in there. Yeah, notice he does a few things. I can give him time to clip. Most notably, not holding the phone. Yeah. And then you gotta make sure he keep that hand up, man. Because I noticed he was dropping it a bit as the rounds was going, and I noticed that happened with natural fatigue. So it's just something he just got to be mindful of too, moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like him. Good win this weekend with Diego Pacheco, man. Great win, man. Good body shot knockout win. And it was impressive work. You know what I'm saying? He went through the gears properly, got hit a couple times, but that's gonna happen in a fight. Nothing too crazy. But he just chipped away at his man, broke him down, and then when he finally went to the body, man, that was it. That was all she wrote. You know what I mean? First guy to knock out Selecki too. You know what I'm saying? And he's been in there with the likes of Andre and who else? Was it Danny Jacobs and Andre that he lost to? So he lost to the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? But just to hit on this last topic too, man, with Bud and this Canelo thing, right? What Eddie Hearn pretty much was saying is that from what he understand, what he hearing, that he just want to fight Canelo. So in his mind, he feels as though if Bud don't get that fight, that's where he gonna call it quits at. You get what I'm saying? He say he might not fight again at all if he don't get a Canelo fight. Still got to hear from Bud. You hear Canelo said he's open to the fight. So let's see if it's something that comes to fruition. But if not, I mean, like I said, it's still fights at 54 for Bud to chase down. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I think he can be great there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of what he want to do and how many fights he feel like he got left, which I know is probably not many based on what he said before. And he's had one fight since then. So maybe he do got another 1 or 2 fights left. You know what I mean? So who knows? But maybe if he don't get the opportunity he won, maybe we don't see him again. Who knows? But something tells me we'll see him at least one more time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to predict no retirements or nothing like that, but I think we might see Bud Crawford at least one more time. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? Maybe more than that. Who knows? But maybe at least once. I could see it. Yeah, I've been on his helmet, man. Yeah, man. Boxing hack, go on ahead and get you some of that work, dog. Go on ahead and get you some of that work, man. Go on ahead and get you some of that work, dog. You did. Go get you some. R. Stokes, what it do, my guy? Pacheco did his thing. Vicious body shot to the liver. Yeah, great win for him. Ace, my guy, said congratulations to Andy Cruz on becoming a grandfather. You call it Andy Cruz a grandfather. One more thing though, before we dip, y'all make sure y'all do hit the like button if y'all did, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. We're gonna keep doing what we doing, but I got one more for y'all. You're not gonna say you might do it again. Yeah, man, that was dope. The TKO debate series, man. Doing it the right way, man. That's the reason I respect the debates, because of the way he do them. I mean, shout out to my guy KO. They be on Boxer Hacker. Hell, but yeah, Boxer Hacker, you should love that. Should be right up your alley, bro. Go ahead and get you that smoke. You know what I mean? All the smoke you can need, man. You know? So let's play this, man. I'm gonna play this last one from Emiliano Vargas, man. He touched on, man. Remember, I played that video for y'all where him and Keyshawn Davis was going at it, right? And he spoke about it a little bit in this video. So let's hear it. Let's listen to a little bit of this before we get out of here, man.
I'm here joined with future superstar Emiliano Vargas, who makes a ring return.
Emiliano.
September 20th in Glendale, Arizona on the Jaime Munguia undercard. First and foremost, how excited to be back, man.
I'm excited, man. There's no feeling like Arizona. Arizona, a bunch of Mexican fans. I'm super excited. Love fighting in Arizona. I've had some of my best performances in Arizona, and great food after. Just great vibes, man. I'm super excited, and this will be my my third time on ESPN Live, so I'm looking to make it a big showing. We're putting in all the work, man, and every fight's a big fight, but definitely this one is going to be a big step up. Big Mexican crowd, Jaime Munguia on the main event, so I'm looking to steal the show. I'm looking to steal the show.
I mean, Munguia and Pacheco is the next fight for real to make.
The co-main event, but Vargas is always looking to steal the show.
He put his tweet out saying like, I'm on my Manny Pacquiao. I'm doing 30 rounds and such like that. Is that true? Like, are you really putting like 30 rounds of work a day?
Very true. Very true. We're stepping it up a notch. Definitely, I know that we don't want to be front runners. We want to be 12-round fighters. Even though I'm fighting an 8-rounder, I want to be a 12-round. I did 10 rounds today sparring. I'm doing 12 rounds Saturday. We're pushing the limits on everything. We're getting 2 fresh guys. We're doing everything necessary as far as just making sure we look our best come fight night. I know, every time, like I said, it's going to be a bigger showing. And I just want to show the boxing world, man, that Vargas is here to stay.
That's the fight to make next.
There's a lot of talk about this fighter and that fighter, and so I'm gonna put a lot of people on notice come September 20th, and they can keep on talking.
You mentioned like this fighter and that fighter. Like, you don't mind me asking like who's some of the fighters that you're referring to or potentially?
Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy thing to see, and I even tweeted that too. Some of my favorite fighters, are getting older. All these fighters are 27, 28, they're 30, they're 32. So there's a new wave of boxing coming. I know there's a lot of great fighters out there. Especially at the 135, 140. You got great fighters like Carmel. You got great fighters like Abdullah, you got great fighters that Top Rank is putting together just for
him and
great
Abdullah
fights, man.
Mason,
And
future
I'm super
fight would be
excited. I
crazy.
know that we're the next wave of superstars to come, and there's a lot of great fights to make. So I'm excited.
You make a great point of like that transition, right? Like, some of those fighters might be like, the Shakurs, the Devins, the like they're about to kind of have their fights, kind of like how Terence and Spence and all them kind of cleared out. And then all of a sudden the new guys come in, right? And I'm gonna be super generic in this like question, but it seems like everyone is matching that next, Pacquiao, Floyd, or Spence, Crawford as you and Abdullah. Like everyone just keeps saying Abdullah, Emiliano, you guys just keep wrecking and knocking dudes out like nonstop.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, man. I'll take nothing away from him. At the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And, obviously it doesn't make sense now, when we both have straps and there's more on the line and there's more, you know what I'm saying? You got to teach the fans a little bit more.
Peace, Brody.
So I'm super excited. I know that fight will happen. Like I said, he's a great fighter. I got nothing bad to say about him. He's actually a great person. Every time we see each other, we dab each other up, and he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. And, when the time comes, and I know it'll be a great big fight and a lot of cross promotion and a lot of superstar, factor to it. So I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. And that's something like you said, when all the marbles, when it makes sense, you guys might be the next undisputed welterweight fight, going on, or maybe super, middleweight. But in the meantime, I do know that you only, I think this might be like your 12th fight coming up. And, I believe your dad got his first title at 15. Do you think that could potentially happen? Like, I know that you mentioned it, we talked about it.
So we got another 2 or 3 more fights before the year's out. I want to say
this young man be staying active,
I know
bro.
Top Rank's doing a hell of a job with that, and especially this one, man. It's ESPN Live and Glendale, Arizona, big arena, and there's a lot of eyeballs going to be on this. I'm gonna make a great showing come this one, and we talk with Top Rank, we talk with the matchmakers, everything, and I'm very ambitious. I want the world now, and a year and a half is where we're looking to become world champion, and just getting the experience. I think a couple more, 1 or 2 more 8-rounders, and then we start with maybe a 10-rounder, in January or February. So I'm looking to stay real busy, get the experience, and become world champion, man.
Do you think, because like once you become a world champion, right, you don't get no more like soft touches or developmental fights, right? You're one of the guys and everyone wants to go after you, right? And a lot of times boxing pundits, right, I'm sure you've heard where your dad has broke history, right? The youngest super middleweight champion. And essentially from that point, he was just taking, junior weight, welterweight champion, and he just took all the tough fights, like pound for pound guys. Like he took the Tito Trinidad, he took the Delahoya fight, back to back. And some people said, and he was like this close to just beating both. Some people just like, if he just would slow down just a little bit, he would have beaten all those guys. But because of that position of being a champion so early and having to do those things, did you kind of study and learn a little bit about that? And do you feel like you're that guy at the age of 21?
You can't replicate that. My dad is who he is. At the end of the day, he's a warrior, and he's someone with, and he tells me all the time, look, you have balls. You know what I'm saying? Look, when the time comes to show him, you're going to show him. But we'll box. We'll look smart. We don't got to get a hit. But when the time does come to show the world that you have them, I pray it never comes, he says, but when it comes time, and you're going to show them. So at the end of the day, it's in my blood. I love my dad to death. There's nobody like him, and you can't replicate it, man, So he's definitely a legend in his era, when there was nothing but killers walking around. And, I wouldn't try to be like my dad. I want to be my own fighter. My dad's a legend in his own respect, and I want to carve my own path. I want, my kids to be as proud as I am to be my dad's son, So And my dad says it all the time. You know, he's living through my eyes, not having a father, and my dad being there. It's the best thing in the world. And I just want to continue to keep on winning, knocking these dudes out, and I'm winning in boxing. I'm winning in life, man. So this is something that I truly love to do. And,
I like to hear that. Shout out to the Vargas
win.
family, man.
Awesome. My last couple questions, and just kind of rolling, you know, that statement you're saying, you know, it is in your bloodline, right? Ironically, you got a first round knockout and a second round knockout, just like your dad in his first and second fight. And so it just mirrors, but then your careers, you know, started to shift and you became your own individual. So just
I had the same referee that my dad had for his pro debut. I had it for my debut. It's crazy. They're not gonna disrespect me, you know. It's like, all right, bro, like it goes out. So, you know, whenever that is, and but we'll see. So I'm just worried about.
Salute to my baby girl.
My next fight, September 20th.
I know
how
you feeling, baby
I can't
girl.
become world champion if I don't get past that guy. So, Larry Fryers, I'm gonna fry that boy.
Awesome. And my very last question, I don't know if anyone got a chance to talk to you after LA. Just what happened with you and Keyshawn? Was it just fighters, just being fighters, right? Just kind of like, what's up?
Look, the thing is this. I guess his brother, his older brother, I don't know if it's older, his younger brother, but his other brother was beefing with my brother, and they were getting into it, or whatever. And bro, we were de-escalating things. Like, all right, bro, like, go over there, whatever. And, you know, he tried putting his finger in my face. I'm not, bro. At the end of the day, look, I may look like it, you know, I may not look like a fighter or this or that, or, you know, but at the end of the day, you're not going to disrespect me, you know. Try putting his finger in my face, slapped it, and, you know, we just got broken up. But, you know, I'm not going to be disrespected. At the end of the day, if you think that, you know, just because I'm from this family or just because I may not look like a typical fighter or this or that, look, you could get it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could get it. You know, I'm not to be disrespected. And you know, my father's always told me since I was a kid, you know, if somebody disrespects you, you disrespect them to the 10th fold. You know, but, you know, with everybody else, it's nothing but respect. But, I mean, look, man, he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. You know, but attention brings money. You got to have attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's beating all these fighters and nobody's really heard about him if you're not in the boxing world, you know? You walk down the street, you ask somebody who's Keyshawn Davis, nobody knows who that is. So, you know, I definitely, and I mean this with all respect, you know, I believe me and my family, we're more than boxing. I think as far as, you know, we're not in a box, you know? So I just definitely do believe that some people are envious of that. And look, man, regardless, I box because I'm a competitor, you know, just because I don't come from the trenches or I don't come from this, or I don't, you know, doesn't mean that, you know, I don't bust my ass or, you know, I'm not like you or, you know,
I like
I'm
this.
a competitor.
I like
and if you think you can beat me, then let's see. It's as simple as that, you know? So I train to not lose. Definitely. I keep that in the back of my head because at the end of the day, you know, if I picture myself, you know, and I do that all the time. I picture myself losing, or I picture myself this, you know, it makes me work so much harder, you know, getting embarrassed in front of everybody. And it's kind of like the Mike Tyson thing. But, you know, on a side note, it's just, that's what the whole thing was about. And, you know, regardless, he's going to do his thing. I'm going to do my thing. Whether we get it on, we get it on. If not, you know, he has to be a big money draw. You know, at the end of the day, if Top Rank was to put something together, they could put something together. But, you know, it has to make sense, you know, so.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. I like him, man. He said they ain't from the trenches, but I bust my ass too, man. He ain't trying to portray something he not. One last thing, y'all. Shout out to everybody that rocked to your boy all the way to the end, man. Much love to everybody that hit the super chat, cash app. Much love. One last thing. Remember, I brought this up. People thought it was supposed to be Cambosis fighting Zepeda. I hear Cambosis is out. Cambosis is out. Remember, this said Cambosis are farmers, so I hear Tevin Farmer is in for William Zepeda. And I know people like, yeah, he ducked Shakur. Yeah, he definitely avoided that smoke. But I'll say this. with Tevin Farmer, look at the kind of style he got. Maybe they looking to try to give him some looks that Shakur could possibly give him, with him supposed to be, you know, more of a slicker kind of guy. So maybe that's why they putting him in there with that guy, a mover or somebody that could be slick, make it hard to hit. Maybe that's why, and maybe that prepares him to some degree for a fight like that with Shakur. Maybe just being optimistic, y'all, right? Just being optimistic. So maybe that's what's going on. So the plan is this fight, for him to get this fight and still be ready by February, man. That's what I'm really hoping for, to see Shakur be able to go in there and fight a guy like Zepeda, man. I think it'd be a great move for him, and then from there he could facilitate the rest of his career and see what else he wants to do. You know what I mean? We all know that Tank Davis fight is the one we all want to see, but I think most importantly is handling Joe Cordina and then making sure they secure William Zepeda fight for you, and you move on from there. So, like I said, I think we're gonna be seeing Tevin Farmer versus William Zepeda. That fight should prepare him for a I think give him some similar looks of a Shakur with Tevin being slick, right? And if you think they had him in there with a Cabrera, a mover, Tevin Farmer, you know, one of his best assets was his defense being slick, hard to hit. So you figure you see the trail, you see the direction, right? So if all things go according to plan, he should be fighting Shakur next, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully they get this fight out the way. Hopefully he is successful, and then he finally accept that smoke, and we need that fight. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Kyle Cooley in the Cash App, showing up double time, man. Much love, much appreciation to my guy.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
I see the match. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. You're always supporting. Shout out to you, all things, my guy, man. Ace. Yeah, man. We know about him because of their dad, but Emiliano is very talented. I like the Vargas, the brothers. They all talented, all three of them. I think Emiliano could go the farthest possibly because he just really looked like he got it. But like I said, I think we see Williams and Zepeda, Tevin Farmer, and hopefully he get his ass in the ring with Shakur after Shakur take care of Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? So, again, with that, that's all I got for today, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my JBT fam. Shout out to my brother Kyle Cooley. Showing up, showing love, man. Shout out to everybody else that hit that like button. You know, my guy Ace, you already know, man. We're going to be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Y'all know the time, man. We're going to be back with another build. You know, we just getting a week going, and we're going to pick it up, and we're going to have some fun. Y'all know. So, y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this good Monday, y'all. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Build on this good boxing. Y'all know we got the Rise at 9 o'clock. Shout out to the Rise family as well, man. And salute to everybody in the building, man. Sure and see my guy. Peace, family. Much love to everybody, and we out. Peace, y'all.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the Rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. 4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.